Today, we're going to talk about the right order to build wealth, right? Because if there's a right order, there's also a wrong order. A lot of people try to build wealth, and because they are building it the wrong way, and that's why they're struggling with their finances. Kinte, welcome in. Tatin Jackie, welcome in. We'll continue with our topic that we're talking discussion, the right order to build wealth, right? And of course, we're going to be talking about the five types of wealth, the wealth triangle. All of those things are the things that we're going to be talking about today. And most importantly, as step number 4, investing. And we started talking about ETF yesterday. We continue that today. And then we get into real estate. And then we get into businesses. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Awesome. And we know exactly what to do. Joyce and Saki, Kinte, we know exactly. Welcome in. Yeah, get your daily app me. Tap out the live, share out the live. Get your daily app. Once we get to 5,000 taps, we get the class started. But guess what? It's Friday, guys. It's Friday, so share out the live, invite your friends over. Let's start tapping out the live. Let's get it started. The right order to build wealth. And those are the YouTube. Today we are streaming on 2 platforms. As always, we're streaming on the YouTube and we are also streaming on TikTok. Isn't that amazing? Yes, that's what we do every single day. Thank you so much, Kinte, for the role, that beautiful rose. Awesome. So good to have each and every one of us. Today we are going to be talking about the right order to build wealth. Yes, the right order to build wealth. And thank you, Joa, for tapping out that live. Let's all get it started. Let's get it started so that we can get the class started. We have a lot of things to cover. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. And I'm teaching people like Chidi, latest millionaire in town, the exact strategy that I use to that helped me to attain the multimillionaire status in my 30s. That's exactly what I'm teaching here, right? It means that it's not about, at times it's not about working harder. It's more about being smarter, right? And doing things around smart investing. Those are the strategies. So click on the follow button. You want to know the exact strategy that can get you to that financial freedom status. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. So one of the things that we prioritize here, it is, all of those things that you have learned, on learning what you have learned when it comes to financing, when it comes to money. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. That's absolutely beautiful. Awesome. Yeah. And if you're just joining us, welcome in on the YouTube side. Click on that subscribe button. Let's click on the subscribe button. Let's click on the follow button. Tap out the live. Let's get the class started. The right order to build wealth. The exact strategy that I use to attain the multi-millionaire status, millionaire in dollars, right? Status in my 30s. That's exactly what I'm sharing here. And it's not, you might be thinking, oh, she's a trust kid, aka she got an inheritance. I wish. I wish, okay? Because that never happened. The only inheritance I got was a very quality, good education, well paid for by my parents, and of course, a level of discipline, integrity, and showing love to others. Those are the things I got from my parents when it comes to inheritance. But when it comes to cash, I wish I got that. I wish I got that as well. So how did I become how did I attain that multi-millionaire status even in my 30s, despite not getting, handout or getting a support? This is exactly what I teach you, because you might be thinking it takes a lot. I mean, you might be thinking that, oh, you know what, it's impossible to get to, to become financially free. It's impossible for you to retire or become work optional at the age of 20, at the age of 30, or at the age of 40. And you think is what the society told us, which is go to school, go to school, study, and get a good job, and life is going to be beautiful. But guess what? Where's that life being beautiful? Where's that forever, at that happy ending? The P5, welcome in. David, thank you so much all for sharing out the life. Let's get it to 5,000 taps quickly so that we can get the class started. I got options. What options is that? Okay, I got options here. Financial freedom is the goal. Money is just a tool. So if you're just chasing money, right, you're not doing it the right way, okay? Today we are talking about the exact order to building wealth. The exact order, which is the same exact order, stock options. No, we don't do that right here. 2027 lessons. By the way, let's talk about stock option. Whenever I told you that I lost, whenever I told you that I lost $99,000 6 years ago, that's exactly the, that's part of the, that's part of my $99,000. You see, that right there is part of my 99,000, Emmanuel and Ati. My 99,000 for everyone that always asks me, Dr. Lina, so how did you lose the 99,000 you always talk about, right? 6 years ago. That's it. Stock options. Try it and yeah. Click on the out. Yes, 27 life lesson. Make sure you click on that follow button. Come and learn it the right way. Sui Danish Thompson, welcome in on the YouTube side. Click on that subscribe button if you have not done so. So good to have you. And Mishika, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. And as a matter of fact, my friend also lost 50,000 in 5 days to Tesla options. Okay, so talk about options. Come and learn it the right way. We don't do gambling here. The part of things that we don't do here is lose money. Balon Leon, how are you doing on the YouTube side? Welcome in. Click on that subscribe button if you have not done so. So good to have you. And by the way, if you're just meeting me, I am Dr. Lina. Let me put this straight in my face. I think it's always more, I like it more when it's right there in my face, right? So that we can look at ourselves much more better, right? So if you haven't clicked on the follow button, click on that follow button. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina and I'm Doctor of Business and Technology. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. I've been investing for close to 2 decades. My day job is Vice President of Technology. I'm also a professor. I teach AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. And you're wondering, someone said, everyone, if you don't subscribe to this channel, you'll be MX, you don't have to say that, right? You don't have to say that. But everyone click on the subscribe button. That's what it's just saying. It's just a funny bit, right? But that's so funny. So yeah, but thank you so much. Click on that subscribe button. Can I say something? No, don't say anything bad. This is all about positive energy. The only things that we talk about here is about money, right? It's about money, right? That's what we talk about. But one of the first rules that we have here is we try not to lose our money, okay? We try not to lose our money, okay? That is the goal. And one of our major goals is what? Financial freedom. What is financial freedom? Ability to live life at your own time. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get our daily admins. If you are just joining us, click on that follow button. Let's click on the follow button. Let's share out the live as well. Let's share out the live. Today we are talking about the right order to build wealth. The right order to build wealth. And whenever we talk about wealth, what comes to mind? Whenever we talk about wealth, and these are my little friends, okay? My little friends, so that we can have different colors, just to amplify learning, okay? And just to amplify learning. And I'm teaching you exactly the strategy that I use to get into attaining that multimillionaire status in my 30s, the multi-millionaire in dollars in my 30s. So if yours is to, you want to think that it's impossible to get to that millionaire status, or you think that, we're millionaires from another planet, or you think that, okay, it's okay to, live paycheck to paycheck, then, you are not, there's way more to life than that, right? There's way more to life like that. So today we are talking about the right order to build wealth. So let's keep tapping out the live. Let's all get tapping out the live. Let's share out the live. And those on the YouTube side, click on that follow button. So one of the things, what we want to talk about, the right order to build wealth. All right? That's what we are teaching. And of course, when I say stop saving, that's part of the wrong order. Now my latest millionaire in town. When we say stop saving, that's part of the wrong order. Because if you save your money in the bank, that is you like sitting on a giant snail and you are crawling, you are going somewhere. You know how slow that is, right? But I'm going to show it to you today, what that really means. But guess what? What do you do with your money? Okay? That where you put your money determines the right, and the steps by step you need to take to even get there. Where you put your money really, really matters, okay? So whenever I talk about the right order to build wealth, it means that when you say that something that is right, that means that it's also something that is wrong. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's share out the live as well. Those on the YouTube side, welcome and click on that subscribe button if you have not. Hey, Patin Poha, how are you doing? Right? How are you doing? Let's share out the live. Thank you all. Let's prioritize sharing the live. Let's prioritize sharing the live. Also, let's get our daily at me's. If you have not gotten a daily at me, if you've been here for more than 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, click on the follow button. And if you are just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. I'm a professor. I teach AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. I have my doctorate degree. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm an economist. But beside that, I'm a serial investor because I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. And I've been investing for close to 2 decades. As a matter of fact, since the time when I started working, almost 2 decades now. Tosin Cash, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Right? That's when I started investing. And guess what? What I'm teaching you is the exact strategy that I use to attain the multi-millionaire status in my 20s, in my 30s. In my 30s. I wish it was my 30s, 20s. In my 30s, right? I attained in another currency in my 20s, right? Millionaire status in another currency, but in dollars in my 30s. And that's what I'm teaching you right here. Follow the same principle and you find out that you would start building wealth the right way. And you might be thinking, oh, it's because of this, or it's because she was working so hard. Yes, working hard is part of it, but working smarter was what got me there. Okay, working smarter was what got me there. So tap out the live, share out the live, click on the follow button if you have not done so. So the right order to build wealth. 2 things that you can see right here is right. Okay, that means if there is right, there is also wrong. Okay, there's the wrong order to build wealth, right? And then the other part of it is wealth. When you hear wealth, what comes to mind? When you hear that somebody is wealthy, what comes to mind? And I always start my class with this every single time because this is very, very crucial. What do you understand by wealth? When you hear wealth, one of the things that we do differently is a 2-way conversation, guys. So you need to, I'm going to be talking, I'm going to ask questions, you would respond. And if you have any questions as well, ask me, and I will try as much as possible to answer you. Okay? So when you hear wealth, what comes to mind? Okay, Tose, right? Cisco, what comes to mind? Favor, Joak, what comes to mind? When you hear someone is wealthy, and let's keep tapping out the light. You hear someone is wealthy. Let's get our daily at me's as well. Let's get our daily at me's. If you haven't gotten a daily at me, let's get there. If you hear that, oh, this person is wealthy, what is the first thing that comes to mind? And this is where we would fight because we need to respond. I need to know that we have humans here. I'm talking to humans and not BOTs, right? I'm talking to humans and not just ordinary humans. I'm talking to millionaires and multi-millionaires today. Right? So when you hear someone is wealthy, what is the first thing that jumps to mind? What comes to your mind when you hear wealthy? All right? Drop it in the comment. Drop it in the comment. Guys, we need to engage. We do 5 things differently here. You come here, wait a few minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, click on that follow button. You tap out the live, you share out the live. All right. How do you share? Press my forehead. This is the Costico. Thank you so much. Self-sufficient. Okay. All right. Who else wants to try? Drop it in the comment. When you hear somebody is wealthy, drop it in the comment. Right? The Costico says, self-sufficient. Somebody is wealthy. When you hear wealth, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Drop it in the comment. I believe that we're humans here, right? Just try. There's no wrong or right answer. Voice of God, welcome in. Yeah. Ritual, welcome in. Click on the follow button if you have not done so. Click on the subscribe button if you haven't done so. We're talking about the right order to build wealth, guys. And today we're focused on investing. That's the step number 4. But we need to get this correct right first. What does wealth, what does it mean? What does that mean to you? When you hear somebody is wealthy, let's drop it in the comment. Let's drop it in the comment. High value asset, tennis. Thank you so much. High value financial freedom, voice of God. Okay. Yeah, it's coming through. Anyone wants to try again, right? Somebody is wealthy. Somebody is rich. Lady Paris. Thank you so much. Awesome. Somebody is rich. So somebody has money, okay? Assets. 10 is latest millionaire in town. Yeah. Everyone click on that follow button if you have not had, if you have not done that. So the first thing first, when you hear wealthy, you see the person is rich, either in cash, either in asset, right? The person basically what? The person has money, right? Wealth, right? Wealth equals money. That's what comes to mind. Wealth, the person is wealthy, the person has money. That's what it means, right? But what if I tell you that wealth does not equal money? Let's share the life. Let's tap out the life. Let's share the life. Wealth does not just sticker. Latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Let's remember to get a daily at me. Let's tap out the life. Let's share the life as well. We only have 2 shares so far. Can we prioritize shares? Let's prioritize shares. Let's also prioritize repost. Let's prioritize getting our daily at me. Click on the follow button. If you're just joining us, we are talking about the right order to build wealth. But first of all, we need to get a definition, the right definition of what wealth is. Because if you are chasing, you want to build wealth and you do not understand what you are building, right? The foundation is already failure, dead on arrival, failure on arrival. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me, right? It was already failure on arrival. So you need to understand what exactly you're chasing, what exactly you're building. A lot of times, the understanding that they gave us, just like they told us this, go to school. I'm sure you've heard this before. Go to school, study hard, get good grades, get a good job, work hard, and life is going to be beautiful. You probably heard that before. If you have heard that before, drop one in the comment, or you just say, I've heard that before, right? That's saying, but guess what? You did all of that, right? You did all of that. But guess what? You're still struggling, right? One World Forum and Voice of God of the Word said, yes, they've heard that. Tennis has heard that. Lady Paris has heard that. But a lot of us, including myself, I struggled when it comes to, I got good grades, being a best student, getting all my degrees and everything. But guess what? When it's time to, looking for the forever after, what happened? There was no forever after anywhere. You have to be clocking in every day. You have to be paying bills. It's almost like paycheck to paycheck. That's exactly what they told us. But it means that whatever they told us was wrong. And that's why I take the pain every single day, even before we go to the teaching, to make sure that we unlearn what we have learned and relearn the right thing. Okay? Because whatever they told us, it's not the right thing. Okay? So the first thing first is that we understand that wealth does not equal money. So whenever you are chasing wealth, hey, Uche, welcome in. Solo Broker, how are you doing? Welcome in. Let's remember to get a daily admin. Let's tap out the live. Let's get to 10,000 quickly. Let's also share the live. Thank you so much for doing that. And if you can give the gallery, that'll be much appreciated. If you have been sitting there 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, click on that follow button, right? Click on the follow button. We are talking about the right order to build wealth. And first of all, we're trying to get an understanding of what it really means, what wealth really means, so that you know what you are building. Okay, so money does not equal wealth, guys. Just the same way, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and life is going to be beautiful, and you are still waiting on that happy ending, and you're already 57 years old, and you are still waiting, and you started working from age 20, and it's still not showing up because you are still living paycheck to paycheck. That's because the understanding of wealth is so different. Those on the YouTube side, welcome in. How are you doing today? Click on that subscribe button if you have not done so. Click on that subscribe button. Those on the YouTube side, let's all click on the follow button if you haven't done so. Don't just sit here, not clicking the follow button, not doing anything. The algorithm assumes that you're a BOT, you're not humans, you're not, all of that, right? And I know you're not. I know you're not a scammer. You're not, you find value already, right? That's why you're still sticking around. Otherwise, we'd have scrolled past. Awesome. So wealth is not money. As a matter of fact, money is just one type of wealth. There are 4 other types of wealth. So whenever you are building, when we say the right order to build wealth, okay? One thing is that I'm going to be teaching you the right part of it so that you can change what you have been doing wrong, okay? Then you also know what exactly you're chasing, that it is not just money. Now, the second type of wealth is, have you heard this? If you have heard this, drop in the comment. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. So it means, it tells you something. There's something called your health is wealth. It means that health is a type of wealth. All right, health is another type of wealth. So if you are just chasing money and you're trading and losing your health in the process of chasing money, then you're not building wealth. Lady Paris said yes, right? He said yes. All right, it means that you're not building wealth, right? If you're trading, if you're not chasing the health wealth. Health is wealth, guys. And the third part of the wealth that you need to, as part of building wealth the right way, as part of building wealth the right way, the third type of wealth that you need to chase is something called your network, social wealth, your network. Nana, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Let's keep sharing out the live. Can we share out? Let's share out the live. Let's tap out the live. We're not. Lady Paris, thank you so much for doing that. If you have not gotten your daily admin, let's get our daily admins. Let's get our daily admins, guys. Thank you so much for doing that. And click on the follow button if you're just joining us. Welcome in. We're talking about the right order to build wealth. And we're streaming on both the YouTube and the TikTok today. We're streaming on 2 platforms today. All right. Right order to build wealth. Today, we're going to be talking about ETF as well, because that's the 4th part of investing that we're going to do. Number 4 of the right order to build wealth. Okay, we're going to be talking about, but let's fix the fundamentals. And those that are new, this is especially more for you. If you're new, get your pen and paper ready. Okay, so social wealth is the 3rd type of wealth. Social wealth. Your network is your network. You are, they always say that you are as good as the people you surround yourself with or associate with. Right? If you associate yourself with non-entities, well, you're on your way of becoming a non-entity. Even as a matter of fact, you are very smart. But if you associate yourself with the wise, even though you are not a wise person, over time you're going to learn some skill from them and you will do better. If you are in the association of people like the $1 Million League, which is this community, the League of Millionaires, people aspiring to becoming a millionaire someday. And those that are already millionaires, right? Those are really millionaires trying to become multi-millionaires, and the multi-millionaires anticipating to become deca-millionaires, right? If you are in the midst of them, right, and you're learning the strategies that have made them successful, your chances of becoming successful is also very high when it comes to your finances. Because now you understand that whatever you're chasing, it's not just money alone. You're chasing your health, you're chasing the social wealth and building the right network. Okay? The right network. As a matter of fact, I am teaching you the exact strategy that I used in attaining the multi-millionaire status, or the latest millionaire in town. The exact strategy that I used to attain, I was able to attain that multi-millionaire status in my 30s, right? Years ago, not even now. Okay? That's what I'm teaching you. That is social wealth, because now you would understand certain things that you do not understand before. You're chasing this as well. Health, social, money. Okay? Now the 3rd type of wealth that everybody, this is the one that you need to chase, especially when you're building that wealth. You need to chase this. What does this mean? What does this peace wealth mean? Peace wealth simply means that, do you have your emergency fund? Do you have your beneficiary account? J, latest millionaire account. Do you have your beneficiary account? Do you have your beneficiary on your account? Right? Do you have your emergency fund, 3 to 6 month living expenses? Do you have your baddest, latest millionaire in town? Do you have your LLC in place? Do you have your C Corp in place? Do you have your S Corp, digital savvy, latest millionaire in town? Right? Do you have things like that? Do you have umbrella policy? Or can one crazy person wake up one day and take over everything that you have built over the years? Those are the things that you need to take note of, right? As part of your peace wealth. Do you have your insurance in place? And then I know already you're like, okay, I don't even have, I'm still trying to build, I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. You're talking about something else. But guess what? you just click on that follow button, meaning that you're going to be showing up every single time here, and you're going to be learning the strategy that is going to help you to get to attain that millionaire status, because you follow the millionaire's wealth blueprint. Okay, that's what we follow right here. So congratulations to everyone that just click on that follow button, and everyone doing, joining the $1 Million League. Welcome in. Welcome in. Because think about it, you need to have structure. You need to have estate planning. As a matter of fact, we teach 3 things: building wealth. Number 2 is protecting the wealth. And number 3 is something called transfer of wealth. So we also talk about generational wealth building. Life of Tega, latest millionaire in town. And of course, Symbol, latest millionaire in town as well. All right? So, and thank you so much, Life of Tega, getting your daily at me. Let's get our daily at me's. Let's get our daily at me's. Also, let's share out the live. If you have not shared the live, let's share out the live. Let's invite our friend, because let's invite our friends over. Let's get them here. So you need to chase the peace wealth. Do you have all of those? Maybe you would have heard something like Nevada, Nevada LLC, Wyoming LLC. You would have probably heard that. Mini protection. Do you have that? And if you don't have that, think about it. Do you think about living trust, right? Whereby you own your company owns everything. You own nothing, but you have everything. You are the one that is you are the one that controls all your wealth. Those are the things that you need to start having when it comes to peace wealth. But at the minimum, do you have a beneficiary on your accounts that you have? All of them. So one of the tasks I want to give every one of us is every account that you have, I want us to all go in, and of course, let us all go there and see that you have a beneficiary at the minimum. Then number 2 is have your emergency fund, okay? And today we are going to be talking about the right order to build wealth. So let's quickly reset this live, because everything is very quiet. I don't even know if I have humans here, okay? If you're new here, drop 1 or just drop I am new. If you're new, drop 1, I am new. And I want us all to, the 5 things that we do differently, or 6 things that we do differently within this community, which is the $1 Million League. Sweet Caroline, welcome in, right? And those on the YouTube side as well, welcome in as well. Click on that subscribe button. The 5 things or 6 things that we do differently is when you come in, you wait about 1 minute, 2 minutes. It looks like what you're looking for. Click on that follow button. Otherwise, it's also okay to scroll, because building wealth is not for everyone. But if it's for you, click on that follow button. All right. Number two is that you share out the live, like Sweet Caroline just did that right now, and she's the latest millionaire in town, right? Get on the red carpet of the $1 Million League, the community of millionaires, those anticipating to become millionaires, and those that are already millionaires. We have high net worth individuals here. Yeah. People getting financially free, retiring in their 40s, people retiring in their 50s and in their 60s, and some of them actually share their experiences. So I'm not the only one that is sharing, right? I'm not the only one sharing my own pathway to how I attained that multi-millionaire status in my 30s, because I'm sharing that. But you would see some other people that are going to also be sharing their story. So you think that, oh, it's not just Dr. Lina is not an outlier. No. There's so many other people that are building wealth quietly, and they're just regular people like you and I. The only thing is that they are just smart about it, rather than, they're not loud, they're not keeping up with the Joneses, and they just look like regular people, right? They don't wear it on their faces, okay? And they don't wear capes, okay? They don't wear capes. All right. So yeah, so welcome in. So first thing is that click on that follow button. Don't just sit here. You're doing us the disservice just sitting and not clicking on the follow button, not subscribing for those on the YouTube channel. Number 2 is that you share out, you tap out the live. How do you tap out the live? Non-stop like this, you tap out the live. Number 3 is that you share out the live. Press my forehead on the screen. That's the only time you're allowed to do that. And then you see your contact. All of your contacts are going to come up, and then you invite all of them, okay? Those on the YouTube side, you know what exactly you need to do. Welcome in, click on that subscribe button. Also indicate where you're connecting from. We have 72 countries represented within this $1 million league. Another thing that we also do differently is that, you know what, you get your pen and paper ready. Because yes, we have a big man upstairs because there's power of life in the tongue. That's why every single person that clicks that follow button, we always say that we welcome them as the latest millionaire, because there's power of life and death in the tongue. But most importantly, we also execute, because God also tells us, right? The Bible also says, you know, He's going to bless the works of your hands. So if there's nothing in your hands, there's nothing to bless. And we are not magicians here. So you need to get the paper, and you need to get your pen, and you need to take the blueprints and the notes that you need to get yourself financially free, to break free from those financial, stress that you're in, that end up paycheck to paycheck cycle. All right. So make sure you do that. Also, lastly, is that it's a two-way communication, right? I'm going to talk, you're going to respond. You talk, you respond. And also get your daily admin. If you can give the gallery, that will also be much appreciated. Let's get, so we got it, right? We got it. So if you haven't clicked on that follow button, make sure you do so. And we are talking about the right order to build wealth. When there's a right order, it means there's also the wrong order. The first thing first is that understand what wealth is. The first type of wealth is what? Money. Second type of wealth is health is wealth. Third type of wealth is social wealth. Your net worth is your network. Fourth type of wealth is your peace wealth, right? Peace wealth. And that's what we just talked about. And the last type of wealth, right? That's actually our goal here. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. Money is just a tool to get us there, but financial freedom is what we are chasing, okay? And that's the one that a lot of people abuse. As a matter of fact, the same like they told us, go to school, get a job. Go to school, study, our life is going to be beautiful. That's the same like they told us that, oh, you know what, it's okay for you to start working at the age of 20 and work for 45 years, clock in for 45 years, and then you are retiring. You can take a break when you turn 65, when you're almost like tired, like you are really tired, okay? You are really tired. So which is what? Your time wealth. While trading your time for money is okay for a little bit, because guess what? Building wealth starts with something called that's your job. Building wealth, except you want an inheritance or you want a jackpot, or it starts with your income. So it tells you when you trade your time, right? You get money. Monday, latest millionaire in town, right? You get your time, you trade your time for money, right? And that money is something called income. And trust me, a lot of us, even me, getting to that multi-millionaire status, that is where I started from. And a lot of millionaires and those that are already financially free, retiring in their 40s, they also started from their income. So I am not one of those coaches that will tell you despise your income, because that income is what is called your wealth tool. Is what you do with that income that is going to determine if you're going to be financially free or you're going to be financially strained. Okay? If you're going to be financially free or you're going to be in the financial jail. Okay? Right? And we choose to be financially free within this community. Okay? We choose to be financially free within this community. And yeah, we need to quickly stop and reset the life. I'll have to keep doing this until we get it. We need to start tapping out the life. We need to engage. Please, you're doing us a disservice within this community. That's what we're not going to do, because the algorithm doesn't understand that I have 62 people growing to 100 people. Very soon you see it's about 150, and guess what? They're not tapping out the life. They're not sharing out the life. You're not getting your daily admin. You're not clicking on the follow button. It sends a signal that either you don't value the life, or you are a BOT, or you are a scammer, right? It's one of those three, right? And I know that some people have been here for the past 10, 20, 50, 30 minutes, right? They've been here, right? And they're taking all these notes. So I know that they're not BOTs, okay? I know you're not BOTs. So let's quickly do that. But I know we are all locked in. So please, Nana, thank you so much for doing that. Digital Sabi, yeah. Let's digital money. Thank you so much. Let's click on that follow button. If you have been here 5 minutes, then I know that we are moving, and you're all locked in. You got your pen and paper, right? I know. I can see everyone. Seep, thank you so much for tapping that. Bright, thank you so much for tapping that. Let's also get our daily admins. Let's get our daily admins. If you can give the gallery, let us give the gallery. Let's do, hopefully we can get to a C5 today. Hopefully we are right now at D1K. Hopefully we can get to a C5 with our engagement. So you want me to teach? I'm ready to teach today. We're going to be talking about ETF. Today we're going to be talking about real estate. We're going to be talking about the rule of 72. I'm going to be showing you the compound interest calculator. What else again? And I'm also going to show you the accounts, the 4 accounts that you need to have. The four accounts, the must-have accounts that you need to have. So we have a lot of things to cover. But for every single time that I have to pause to say tap out the live, click on the follow button, share out the live, that's taking away from our class. Okay. So let's quickly get it to 15,000 taps, and we're going to be prioritizing all of us getting our daily admits today, prioritizing us clicking on that follow button, sharing out the live, and those on the YouTube, make sure you click on the subscribe button. So good to have each and every one of you. Yeah, Clara, latest millionaire in town. And if you're just joining this community, this is the $1 Million League. Those anticipating to become millionaire in dollars, and those are already millionaires trying to scale to becoming multi-millionaires. And I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and a doctor of technology. I have a doctorate degree. Okay, so by virtue of that, Day Young and Guillermo, latest millionaire in town. And by virtue of that, I lecture. So I lecture in some of the colleges here in the United States. I'm in Texas, in the United States, and I teach AI cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. But you're wondering, how come she's talking about finance? That's because my first degree is in economics. I'm also a chartered accountant. Okay, James, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Right. And aside that, I have my doctorate degree in strategy, business, and information management system. I'm a vice president of technology, which is my day job. I'm a serial investor, and I've been investing for close to 2 decades. As a matter of fact, since the time I started my career, I started with my stock option, with investing with stock option with a Fortune 100 that I started working with. And since that time, I have made money, I've lost money in the stock market, and I'm teaching you the exact method that works, the exact method that got me, or strategy that I use to get to that multi-millionaire status in my 30s. That's what the tips and I won't say tips, I will tell you the strategy, because it's a strategy, it's not a trick, it's not a chip, right? That's the strategy that I use that helped me to get to that multi-millionaire status in my 30 years ago. And at the same time, I own, definitely real estate is a part of it, because I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio right here in the United States. Organ, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Right, so click on that follow button if you have not done so. Click on that. Let's tap out the live. I hate to interrupt the class, so let us keep tapping out the live. Let's share out the live. Let's get our daily admin. If you can give the gala, let's do that. All right, let's quickly share out the live. How do you share? Press my forehead on the screen. Invite your friends over. Click on the follow button. Tap out the live. You don't know how to tap, it costs you nothing. Just tap out the live. And no, we are not tapping, guys. Let's get it to 15,000. Otherwise, we're going to post the class again. All right. And those on the YouTube, so click on that subscribe button on YouTube and Money Talk with Dr. Lina as well. So it starts with your income, right? You trade your time, and you get what? You put it towards income, right? You get income, right? You get paycheck. But guess what? What society told us is that put this money on something called DLL. Guys, drop DLL in the comment. Drop DLL in the comment, right? Drop DLL. Let me be sure that you're following. Drop DLL in the comment. Bright Taylor, thank you so much for tapping out the live. Drop DLL in the comment. What is DLL? Drop DLL in the comment, guys. Thank you, Nana. Thank you so much. All right. I like it when we all engage that way. All right. All right. And make sure, Nana, click on that follow button if you haven't done so. Click on that follow button. Awesome. So DLL, what is DLL? Depreciating lifestyle liability. What does this mean? It simply means bills and lifestyle. Bills and lifestyle. That's what that simply means. Okay. That is what that simply means. It means that Nana will say latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Right. And if you have not clicked on the follow button, do that quickly. Depreciating lifestyle liability, bills and expenses. This is what society told us to do. Hola, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Society told us, take that income and enjoy your life. Use it to pay bills. Well, I agree with that. Then also do lifestyle. Buy all those expensive things, because how do you explain it? 78% of the luxury item is bought by the middle class. How? Isn't that laughable? The middle class that is managing, living paycheck to paycheck, are the one buying 78% of the luxury items. So it means that your money, you are using it towards bills, but most importantly, you are also spending a lot of it on luxury items or a lifestyle, trying to go on a vacation that you cannot afford, right? While it's not a problem, you can also do a staycation. You need to be able to afford it, all right? So, but then depreciating lifestyle liability. Whenever you hear depreciating lifestyle liability, it means that this is where this is the exact, after this one, everything stops here. Everything stops here. Nothing continues, right? You're not getting anything rewarding from this. The only reward that you're getting is, okay, you pay your bills, you live a life, right? Which is good, right? All those experiences, those are just it. But that said, it doesn't grow. The money doesn't grow. It doesn't do anything because it depreciates. It does, is a liability, right? Is a lifestyle, right? But then this is what is called paycheck to paycheck, because so far you are doing this and it's paying this. You continue to do it. It will pay this. That's what is called paycheck to paycheck. This is what it's called hamster wheel. This is what it's called working to age 65. All right? That's what that is. And we are 65. Let's keep tapping out the light. And guess what? What should you do? Put your money towards something called ACA. ACA is called, everyone drop ACA in the comment. ACA, as we are tapping out the light, ACA. Let's all drop ACA in the comment. Drop ACA in the comment, guys. And let's share out the live. We are still at 5 shares. ACA. Life of Tiger, thank you. And everyone, just me and you, thank you so much. All right, ACA. What is ACA? Appreciating cash flowing as asset. Dr. Fatima, so good to have you. James Johnson, thank you so much. Right? ACA is appreciating cash flowing asset. Okay, Uche? Right? What is that? It's something that appreciates. It's something that grows. Thank you so much for getting your daily admin. Let's all get our daily admins. Let's remember to get our daily admins. Okay? And if you are just joining us, click on the follow button. We're talking about the right order to build wealth. We started this since Monday and just doing a quick recap, okay? If you missed it yesterday or you missed other days, you will find the live recording of the live recording on YouTube. You will find it under the live tab. Money Talk with Dr. Lina is actually the name on YouTube, okay? And as a matter of fact, I released another video shortly before this meeting, before this live at 9 o'clock. Right, you want to, those that are arguing about real estate or ETF, you will find your answer right there in that video. I was able to address that. So make sure on the YouTube side, go and subscribe if you have not done so. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. All right, so ACA, what is ACA? Appreciating cash flowing asset. It's something that appreciates, it's something that cash flow, it's something that grows, okay? It's an asset. All right, just like a lady, when they say a lady is an asset, it means that if you marry this lady or you bring this woman into your life, it means that, oh, this woman is going to make your life better. If they say a lady is a liability, it means that your money is about to be squandered, right? Just the same thing with a man as well, right? Just the same thing with a man. Talking about relationships. So it depends, where you put your money really matters. So if you put your money on this side only, right, and you don't put it on this side, right, you're not going to be you're not building wealth, okay? You're not building wealth. Postura, latest millionaire in town. You are just joining us, click on that follow button. All right, ACA. Guess what? It is a triangle. So it means that you're taking some of your money. This, your income, is very critical in this equation. Thank you so much for the roses, right? It's very, very, let's remember to get a daily admin. RN loading 1 million. I love that. The 1 millionaire in the $1 million league. Isn't that beautiful? Welcome in on the red carpet of the $1 million league, right? So you take some of your income, you fund the bills, and you put some of it as a seed that is going to help you in gaining financial freedom, okay? Is gaining your financial freedom. Click on that follow button, all right? That's what it is. ACA. What is ACA? Appreciating cash flowing asset. What are ACA? Exchange traded funds, and I'm going to be teaching you that. Number 2, real estate. Number 3, businesses. What's the common denominator for these things? Those three things. It is something called growth. Blessed millionaire income. It is called something called growth, meaning that your money is going to grow. This one, it is something, these bills and lifestyle, one of the common denominator is that your money is going, there's nothing return. There's no return on this because it's not an investment. This is an investment that is going to yield what? If you put it in a real estate, guess what you're going to get? You're going to get a rental income. You're going to get appreciation. You're going to get tax advantages. You're going to use other people's money. You're going to get equity, right? In real estate, when you put it in ETF, if it's dividend ETF, you're going to get dividend income. If it's regular ETF without dividends, you're going to get something called, you're going to get investment income, right? That's it. That is it. And of course, if you put it in business, you're going to get revenue. You're going to get gross profit, net profit. You're going to get all of that. Right? You're going to get all of that. So what exactly? That's why you need to put your money right on the side. And this is, so question, I get this question, Dr. Lina, how did you attain that multi-millionaire status in your 30s? How did you get there? What did you do differently? This is part of the things that I did differently. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a 7-series video, which is going to call the million dollar league series, right? It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be 7 series. And I'm going to be posting that's going to come in September. So be on the lookout for that. Jeffrey, latest millionaire in town. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you do that. It's going to encompass the entire story, end to end, of how I got to that millionaire status in my 30s. The multi-millionaire status. Regina's latest millionaire in town in my 30s. Let's keep tapping on. Let's get it to 15,000 taps, guys. Let's get it to 15,000 taps. Let's get a daily at me. If you have not gotten your daily at me, if you have been sitting here for more than, you've been here 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, click on that subscribe, follow button. And those on the YouTube side, click on the subscribe button. We're streaming on 2 platforms, talk about productivity and efficiency, right? We're streaming on the YouTube, we're streaming on TikTok at the same time, reaching as many people, helping as many people gain financial freedom, because money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. So in all your chasing, chase financial freedom. Money is just a tool to help you, it's just a vehicle to get you to that destination of to becoming financially free. And income is the first part. So what did Dr. Lina do in her own case? Like the vehicle we just talked about, German car culture, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. That's the vehicle right here, German car. Right, not the Japanese, okay? German. That's part of the liabilities we are talking about. The German car, that the depreciating lifestyle liability. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Get your daily at me. Let's get a daily at me. And we are not tapping out the live. Let us tap out the live. You don't want me to keep resetting, guys. You don't want us to keep resetting, because that takes out of this. It takes out of our teaching. Can we all tap out the live? Let's share out the live. We're still at 13,000. Let's get it to 20,000 taps. Nas, thank you so much for tapping out the live, right? And let's all get our daily admits. We are prioritizing. We need to get to 60,000 taps, guys. 60,000 taps. And of course, we need to get it. We're still at 7 shares. Can we get it to 20 shares? Let's get it to 20 shares. You don't know how to go about it. Press my forehead on the screen and share. Today, we're going to be talking about ETF, right? What are those ACAs, right? What are those ACAs? Victoria latest millionaire in town. Where did Dr. Lina put that money, right? I'm showing you exactly what I did with my income right now to get to that multi-millionaire status. Because you might be thinking, oh, maybe because Foster, thank you so much for the shares, right? Let's share, let's repost as well. Let's share, let's repost. Thank you so much. Let's do that, right? You might be wondering, oh, maybe she's a trust kid, right? Right? I'm not a trust kid, neither aka inheritance, neither did I win a jackpot. I did not win none of those. I mean, that would have made it easier. I would have loved to, okay? I would have loved to, but guess what? Yeah, my parents only gave me, the education, the integrity, the fear of God, and all, the love for others. That's what they gave me. They did not give me the money. And of course, the free education. They paid for that education. That's, which is absolutely amazing. One of the best things you can ever give. So I appreciate them doing that, okay? I appreciate them doing that. Awesome. So it started with my income. But what did I do? I took some of my income and I found some of them using, all of those German cars. Maybe not a German car. Maybe not a German car. All right. Maybe not a German car, right? Put some of it, and I did not do the German car, okay? Do the Toyota. Is Toyota German? I don't know. I don't know, see? Maybe Toyota is not one of those. And I did just do it, and I put some of the money, all right, to pay bills. What are those basically? Your utilities, your rent, your mortgage, and I made sure, even though this might be intimidating, this might not be you, okay? The first thing first was I increased my income. The second thing was for me to keep my bills low, even as my income increased. I kept my bills low. I increased my income. As a matter of fact, increased my income by $30,000. How did I do that? I was working in a finance department of a Fortune 100 companies. This is about 15 to 16 years ago. Working there, and then I did something. I realized that the finance thing is not working. That money is not going to give me financial freedom. That money is not going to give me financial freedom. So I chased where the money is at, which was in technology. And that's when I moved to technology. But I didn't have to go to take another degree. What I basically did was I took a certification, $500 under 5 months, and I was able to pivot to an oil and gas company, and I was able to increase my income by $30,000. Right, one of the deep sea, it's, as a matter of fact, it's called McDermott, right? Got two offers. One was Schlumberger, now SLB, and the other was McDermott. I went with McDermott because the money was higher. Okay, money was higher. It was the highest bidder, and that's my story, right? Focus on that, increasing that income. But then, as my income increased by 30,000, my lifestyle only went up by 5,000. The remaining 25,000, what did you do? It went straight towards the appreciating cash flowing asset. 5,000 went towards liabilities, towards the bills, towards lifestyle. 25,000 went towards appreciating cash flowing asset. So it simply tells you what your focus should be increasing this part. This part is a seed, because this seed, when it germinates, is giving you rental income, it's giving you a business income, right? It's almost a seed on the ground. And guess what? When we're talking about buying back your time, becoming financially free, right? T-Man, Douglas, becoming financially free, it simply means that, Uche, you need to this ACA should produce so much money that it should be working for you, meaning your money is working other than you do. And then it's going to replace your bills. It's going to be able to pay your bills. That is level number 1 of financial freedom. And then at that point, you become work optional. And then the second level is that it replaces your income, this active, this earned income. All right. And this is where you become financially free. Okay. Honorable. If you are just joining us, yes, Uche, say true. Right? If you are just joining us, click on the follow button. If you have been sitting at 5 minutes, 10 minutes, click on that follow button. Right? And let's keep tapping out the live. Amazing. Thank you so much for tapping out. Let's get our daily admin. Rich. I love that. Rich on the red carpet of the $1 Million League. Latest millionaire in town. Amazing 26. Welcome and click on that follow button. Kimanti Mariti. Latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Yeah, let's not just sit here, not clicking the follow button, not tapping out the live, not sharing out the live. You're just doing us a disservice, because the algorithm assumes that you're a BOT, you're a scammer, or you're not finding value. And I know that you've been here 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you're finding value. That's why you've not scrolled. So click on that follow button, tap out the live. Let's also get our daily admin. If you can give the gallery, that'll be much appreciated, because you just helped this live. We're trying to get to a C league, right? C5 right now, we're still a D1. Very, very laughable. Very laughable. A D1, okay? Very laughable. We're dishing out value, but we are still at a D1. Isn't that interesting? Okay? Isn't that interesting? All right, but some people will be dancing, not giving any value, and they will be like a B, whatever. Just isn't that laughable? So let's get our daily admin. Let's all get our daily admin. If you have not gotten your daily admin, today we're talking about the right order to build wealth, right? And what is in between? Remember, when you start getting this money is working for you, what's the next thing? You're still going to be funding this life. Remember, it comes here. right? But the wrong thing that a lot of people, keeping people broke, okay, keeping people poor, keeping people on a pay-to-paycheck cycle, is because of this income. They use it towards depreciating lifestyle liability instead of taking this income to fund. Take some of it. In my own case, I was doing, right? You want to know what I did in my own case to get to that multi-millionaire status in my 30s? The first thing first was these parts, which is the liability and the bills, was about 40 to 50%. It wasn't more than that. The right order to build wealth. So should we get real estate? Absolutely, that's part of it. That is part of it, okay? Yeah, click on that follow button, okay? Click on the follow button. Number on this side, right? On this side, I was doing between 50 to 60%. Wait on latest millionaire in time. Welcome in an amazing 2026 latest millionaire in time. They're just joining us. Welcome in the right order to build wealth, right? Right order to build wealth. Take some of your income, use it to fund the bills and the lifestyle, but take a lot of it if you can. And if you cannot do 40, 50%, if you can do 10%, start with that. But as your income increases, make sure that your lifestyle is not going up with it. Let your income, your increase in your income, let these be those increases, let it be reflected in your investment, in your appreciating cash flowing asset. That's how you gain financial freedom. In my own case, I was putting about 50 to 60%. At the time, it was even 60%. And as a matter of fact, it got to a point every single year we were buying at least one property. One was what we were buying. There were years where we were buying two. There was years where we were buying three. As a matter of fact, we have a double-digit real estate portfolio. Double digit, I run and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. And where did every money of this money comes from? My income, okay? My income. You can do the same thing, right? You can do the same thing, but then it wasn't just real estate, right? We also did what? ETF. And I also gambled a little bit, lost $99,000. Yeah, that was 6 years ago. I gambled into options trading, day trading, and penny stock. I got very, very proud of myself. Or when you become, oh, I've arrived, right? That's how I lost 99,000. Okay, Nas latest millionaire in town, right? Yeah, 99,000 was what I lost. My friend lost $50,000 in 5 days to Tesla options trading. So that's what she lost. Right? But guess what? I've lost money, and those are the things that made me to make better decisions. To tell you today that do ETF instead of individual stock. Do not do options trading. Do not do IUL. Do not do all of those risky plays. As a matter of fact, that's what stepped me down from becoming a high risk investor to moderate risk investor. And since that time, I started investing like who? I started investing like a Warren Buffett. Why is options trading so dangerous? Because it's gamble. All right, cheating. It's because it's gamble. Click on that follow button. It's gamble. Can you explain what we're going to be getting there? That's part of the steps, the right order to build wealth. Okay, I'm going to be getting there shortly. All right. Being latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. We're going to definitely get there. Exactly. So we are just telling you the foundation. So you want to, because remember, time wealth is what you're building. Whenever you are building wealth, you're not just chasing money. There's money, there's health wealth. Health is wealth. There's social, where your network is your network. Your peace wealth, having your beneficiary, LLC, umbrella policy, insurance, all of those kind of things, living trust, right? All of those kind of things, you need to make sure, the emergency fund, all those things are the things that give you the peace wealth, right? And of course, financial freedom, ability to live life at your own time, becoming work optional. That's what we are chasing right here. Whenever we are talking about the right order to build wealth, we are talking about all of this. A lot of time people trade their time for money. They abuse this, work from age 20 to 65, and then they still do not get that money, right? Meanwhile, you have lost this in the process of getting this, and then at 65 you realize, oh my goodness, where did the time go? Congo, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Let's all click on the follow button if you are just joining us. Let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 20,000 taps. I know we are all locked in, and those on the YouTube side, welcome in. Click on the subscribe button. By the way, we are monitor on YouTube. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. All the OGs in the house, please, if you can just help drop the link to the YouTube channel, please drop the link to the YouTube channel if you can. That would be absolutely much appreciated, right? Because I just released the latest video. It's the other place where Here is about teaching. YouTube is more like the data center. So all of the teaching, if you miss live recording, you will find it there in the live tab. Right. Yeah. You would see it in the live tab, right? All of my long form videos, long form, you find it in YouTube. All right, Dr. Sajay, thank you so much for tapping on that live. If anyone can help drop the link to the YouTube channel, that would be much appreciated. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. So make sure you go and subscribe if you have not done so. Right. So you are chasing, whenever you are building well, build all of this, not just money wealth. All right. Not just money wealth. Okay. And how do you build it? Right. Take some of your income, put some of it on lifestyle, put some of it on asset. What are these assets? ETF, real estate businesses, right? Those are the assets that we're talking about. All right. Any question? And then, of course, when you start enjoying the fruit of your labor, then you can use it towards the appreciating lifestyle, the DLL, right? I love good things. I've been to 22 countries. That's part of why I grind, and at the same time I invest a lot. All right. At the same time I invest a lot. Okay. In my own case, getting to that multi-millionaire status in my 30s, this strategy was very, very key. Okay. This income. Now, where do you put this money? Like I said, where you put it is this why. Why? Thank you so much for just me and just me. Thank you so much. Let's get our daily admin. What, Fred? What is the what? Click on that subscribe button on the YouTube side. What? What is what? Somebody, okay. So one of the things that one of the right order to build wealth, the first thing first is, and I'm not going to go into details if you missed it, right? Thank you. Okay, you're most welcome. The right order to build wealth, the first thing first, okay? The first thing first is you fixing that income. How do you fix the income? Just a quick recap, because if you missed yesterday, Tolu's mom, welcome in. Let's all get our daily at me. If you have not gotten our daily, thank you all for tapping out the live. Let's get our daily at me's. Okay. The right order to building wealth. The first thing first is that you're going to fix your income. How do you fix your income? 4 things. And you can see the details. Go find the details on my YouTube. Otherwise, join us next week again. You would see I taught that for the past 3 days. Which country I'm in the United States. I'm in Texas, in the United States. All right. I'm in Texas in the United States. What country are you here as well? We're looking for country number 73. We are already 72 countries represented here. If you are just joining us, welcome in. We're talking about the right order to build wealth. And the number 4 of that building wealth, the right order, is investing. And we're going to be talking about that today. That's what we're going to be teaching more. And I'm going to be showing you the exact number, right? Australia. Do we have Australia here? Country number 73, Australia. Victoria, all the way from Australia. Click on that follow button if you have not done so. And make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. If anyone, Tolu's mom or anyone, all of the OGs in the house, if you can just drop the link to my YouTube channel, please drop it so that they can all go and subscribe. That is where everything is out. Elena's latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Yeah, Victoria, click on that follow button. Let's all get our daily admins. If you are just joining us, click on that follow button. Get our daily admins. It costs you 1 penny. Only 4 persons have gotten their daily admins. Can we all get our daily admin? Can we prioritize getting our daily admins? Let's share the life. Let's also get it to 20,000 taps, right? We have 107 people here. There's no reason why only 3 people will get their daily at me. Daily at me shows that you're a fan of this community. It shows that you're a fan. It also helps us, okay? Because that's what pushes us. It cost you 1 penny. So if you're finding value, right, there's no reason why you should not get your daily at me. It's the minimum. It costs you 1 penny, right? Let's be in the habit of getting the daily at me. That's the minimum thing that you should do here. Click on the follow button. Get your daily admin, tap out the live, share out the live, okay? Let's make sure we're doing that. Only 4 people. We're still going. I want everyone, let's get our daily admins. We can't do that. You cannot do that. Thank you so much. That's the YouTube channel, guys. That is the YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Tolu's mom. That's the YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. As a matter of fact, one of the teaching that we have, ETF real estate, you'll be asking me questions. I'm going to be teaching today. You'll be asking me questions. Why ETF? Why real estate? Right? Which one should I start investing in? I already did a video, 10 minutes video on it. Okay. I am latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. All right. So awesome. So the right order to build wealth, the first one is your income. You need to fix your income. How did I, Dr. Lina, how did I get to that multi-millionaire status in my 30s? How? The first thing was for me, Dr. Sajay, thank you so much for dropping that link. That is the link to the YouTube channel, guys. Click on it and go and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Go and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You don't want to miss it. On the IG also is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Make sure you, in all that you do, right? If that doesn't cost you money, if you can, make sure you subscribe. We have over 100 people here. Make sure everyone go there and subscribe. If you need to go right now, in short, let me give everybody a minute. Go and subscribe. Go there, subscribe. Go and subscribe right now. That's the link. That is the link. It was dropped by Amazing 2026 as well. It was dropped by Tolu's mom. It was dropped by Dr. Sajay. Let's all go there. Let's go there and subscribe right now. If you haven't done so, let me give you 1 minute. Let's also take the time to get our daily admins. Click on the follow button. Okay, click on the follow button if you have not done so. Click on that follow button if you have not done so. Let's give everybody, I know we are moving fast. Let's quickly do that. And let's get it to 20,000 taps. Click on the follow button. Get your daily admins. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, that's it. Amazing, just did it as well. You just did. Subscribe, done. That's perfect, right? Put done in the comment once you have subscribed so that I know you've done that. Let's all go. Let us all go and subscribe if you have not done so, because I don't want you to miss out. That's where everything is housed. Here is for teaching. That is the data center. That's the data center, because we do long form videos, and at the same time on the live tab, the recording of this live, all of the lives that we have, I have over maybe like 500 lives, right? That is recorded. You would find everything there, right there on the on the live tab. So go there, subscribe, put done in the comment. All right, put done. Okay. And let's get our daily admin. Let's tap out the live. So one of the things, right, the right order to build wealth, as you all do that, the first thing first is your income. Okay. The first thing first is your income. What is this? How do you want to increase your income? How do you increase your income? One, and I'm just going to itemize it. You will find the video for yesterday, 2 days ago. I taught that 3 days ago on the YouTube channel, on the tab. You would find it there. Okay, on the live tab, you'll find it there. One is getting a certification. Two is going to school and making sure you get a scholarship, or get those free things like on Google Coursera, on Harvard Business School, on Udemy, and Google, on TikTok, on YouTube. Those are the free trainings that you can get. The third one is negotiate your way through, right? Such that in my own case, I got to a vice president of technology, not because I stayed on one job for so long. The first job in an S&P, in a Fortune 100 was the first time I stayed about 8 years. After that time, 2 years, 3 years, I'm out, okay? I'm out. I've changed my company like 5 times. You might not be like me, but I wasn't just complacent, because every single time I moved, guess what? My income increased by at least 10%. Between 10,000 and above is what my income increased with at that point. And then there was always a promotion, and that's what got me to the vice president position quickly, right? Vice president of technology, all right? But then the other thing is that, and it was 6 years later, or just that certification got me there. That's the other thing. Number 4 is you don't want to go back to school. Then supplement your income. You can rent your car on Toro. You can ride Uber. You can do Uber Eats. You can do DoorDash. You can do affiliate marketing. You can teach, or you can sell D2C shop. There's so many things you can do. You can be on the social media space and get some other side income. The emphasis is additional income. So supplement your income. That's number 1. Number 2, the right order to build wealth. Number 2, so first is increase your income. Number 2 is build an emergency fund. What is an emergency fund? Emergency fund is 3 to 6 month living expenses, basic living expenses. What are your basic living expenses? Your utilities, your transportation, your feeding, and of course, your housing. All right? Housing, transportation, feeding, utilities, meaning groceries. Because in a case, what is this for? In an emergency, in a case of an emergency, maybe there's a job loss, you have a safety net, right? Maybe there's health issues or there's a major car repair or whatever. There is a safety net and you don't fall back on a loan or you don't fall back on a debt. So you need to make sure that you have money aside in an emergency fund. And this money, it doesn't go into your investment account. It sits where? It sits in your high yield savings account. Okay? What are high yield savings account? Google it or go watch my video. You'll find it. As a matter of fact, there's some high yield savings account where you get free $400 and you also get it. Your interest rate is at between 3 to 5%. They're your regular bank account, but it just gives you a better interest rate. If you want to know more about high yield savings account, just go on you'll find it on yesterday. I talked about it 2 days ago, 3 days ago. You would know how to go about it. You'll find the video on my YouTube, the live tab. You would find the video right there that's going to tell you exactly how to get the free 400, how to get the 4%, 3 to 5% return versus 0.01%. And I'm going to be showing you numbers today. All right. That's the second thing. And it's 3 to 6 months of that. If you're self-employed, 6 months to 12 months. Okay. Then let's go to number three. First is increase your income. Number two is what? Guys, let me be sure we are following. Number two is what? If you're just joining us, click on the follow button. I'm new here. Drop 1 in the comment and click on that follow button. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Let's get our daily admins if you haven't gotten your daily admins. Number 1 is increase your income. Number 2 is what? In the right order to build wealth. Number 2 is what? Somebody tell me what number 2 is. Number 1 is increase your income. Number 2 is what? I just talked about it. I want to make sure we are following. Maybe I'm too fast. Emergency fund. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, your safety net. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It shows that you guys are following. 3 to 6 months basic living expense. If you're just joining us, welcome in. We're talking about the right order to build well. Make sure you click on that follow button if you have not done so. Click on that follow button, right? Then number 3, debt payoff. What debt are you paying off? Any debt that is greater than 10%. So your credit cards, your loans, payday loans, student loan will not fall in this category. Mortgages, some car notes will not fall in this category. Okay? All right, it won't fall in this category. Okay? So any debt that is above 3 to 6, that's above 10%, you need to pay that off as well. Now, what are the different payoff methods? There's debt with consolidation, there's snowball method, there's avalanche method, right? What is all of this? You'll find the link you'll find it in the live video because I did a full training on that. You will find it in my YouTube in the live tab, okay? And then after you have taken care of this, this is until then you can start saying you want to start investing, right? Number 4 is what? Investing, the right order to build wealth. Number 4 is investing. Dr. Lina, how did you get to that multi-millionaire status in your 30s, right? This is the exact strategy that I followed. As a matter of fact, I missed the emergency fund at that point. I was putting my emergency fund in my investment account, but later was when I changed it and I started putting in an high yield savings account, right? I started putting it in an high yield savings account, and that was after I lost $99,000 in the stock market. All right, I need to pause this live right now because the chat is not chatting. Okay, we're not tapping out the live. We're not. If you are new here, we do things differently. If you're new here, for those on the YouTube, click on that subscribe button. For those on TikTok, we do things differently. 5 things differently or 6 different. You tap out and you come in. Don't just sit here without tapping out the live. Don't sit here without getting your daily admin. Don't sit here without clicking on the follow button. That's even the minimum, barest minimum, because the algorithm sees you as you do not find value. But meanwhile, you're taking all the notes, okay? Because that's why you're still here, right? And please also take note that Dr. Lina doesn't have, I don't have a backup account. So if somebody is chatting you up, it's not Dr. Lina. If somebody follows you right now, stop following people because of the scammers. Because we have high net worth individuals here, and they've been trying to contact people. All right, so make sure you click on the follow button right now so you know you are the right person. And please, 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 one thing you don't do here is just sitting, not clicking the follow button, or tapping out the live, because you are doing us a disservice. Algorithm will assume that you are a BOT, you are one of those scammers, or you don't find value. Okay, and I know for sure you don't fall in that category. So click on that follow button. Let's welcome you into the $1 Million League. Thank you all for tapping out that live. Let's also remember to get our daily admins. Only 4 people have gotten their daily admins, guys. Let's get our daily admins. Everyone, let's get our daily admin. Thank you so much. Carol, latest millionaire in town. If you are still seated there and you've not clicked on that follow button, you're not tapping out the live, please, you're doing us a disservice. This is not for everybody, by the way, right? This is not for everybody. If it's not for you, it's okay for you to scroll. It's not everybody that wants to build wealth. But if you know you want to build wealth and you want to learn the strategy that I used to attain, that helped me attain that multi-millionaire status in my 30s, click on that follow button, tap out the live, share out the live, get your daily admin, put all your leg forward. Let's welcome you in, all right? Don't stop doing us a disservice. Do us a service, okay? Patrick, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Hey, Leo, happy Friday. How are you doing? Yeah, how are you doing? Welcome in. Awesome. And we're talking about the right order to build wealth, right? Number 4 is investing. 1 is increase your income. 2 is emergency fund. 3 is debt payoff. Number 4 is investing. So what do we invest in? What do we invest in? We follow the multi-millionaires wealth blueprint. Quickly, I'm going to just show you, because there are so many BS on the social media space. So I always want to make sure that, I always come with receipts, right? I come with receipt. Easy Life, latest millionaire in town. And this is for the people that are just coming in, that are just new here. Those on the YouTube side, welcome in. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't done so, right? Today we're going to be showing you the rule of 72. Why I tell you that stop saving. Why you should actually invest your money. The factor in my own journey to get it to that multi-millionaire status. That factor, that factor, factor. This is what did it, right? Income was part of it, but then that factor that did it is what I'm going to be teaching you, and I'm going to show you exactly in numbers, right? So why do we talk about where should you invest your money? And you're not seeing some other things like maybe IUL, maybe they told you IUL is the latest investment, or cryptocurrency, or something around IPs or individual stocks. Why? The reason why is that we follow something differently here, because this is the $1 Million League. We follow the multi-millionaires wealth blueprint. The multi-millionaires wealth blueprint. That's what we follow. What is the multi-millionaires wealth blueprint? Where does the multi-millionaire put their money? Right there. You can Google it. It's right there, hidden in plain sight. They said if you want to hide information from people, put it in writing. This is it. You want to become a multi-millionaire, this is all that you need. Not all of those things that you see. Maybe one person on social media is telling you. This is what you need. Google it yourself. Multi-millionaire rarely keeps large sum in standard checking account. So if you leave your money in the bank account, and I'm going to show it to you today, right? Using the rule of 72. And I'm going to also show you with compound interest calculator, so you would understand what you're getting yourself into, okay? Right? They do not put their money in their checking account because it doesn't grow. And inflation is taking away your money on a daily. They typically distribute their wealth across 4 places, 4 main pillars: private banking and cash equivalent. So the first one, liquid cash, is kept in private wealth management. Here we call it high yield savings account because we don't have access to those private wealth management. We have high yield savings account giving us 3 to 6%. And those are the liquid form of money, like emergency fund. Thank you so much, Maddie, for the likes. If you are just joining us, click on that follow button. Let's get our daily admins as well. Let's all get our daily admins. Remember to get your daily admin. If you can give the gallery, that would be much appreciated. Click on the follow button if you haven't done so. right? Gloria, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in everyone that clicked that follow. You are welcome to the $1,000,000 League. This is the community of millionaires, and that's why we are looking at the Millionaires Wealth Blueprint, because we know that if we follow this blueprint, our chances of becoming financially free and getting to that multi-millionaire status is very, very close. All right, very, very close. So look at it. So we put Nana, Gloria, Lizzie, right? We put Uche, right? God's own, right? We put our money, we don't put it in checking account. So whenever you hear me, stop saving. That's what it means. Whenever you hear me, stop saving, that's because of things like this. Stop saving, right? Where do they put their money? And Timmy, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Stop saving your money in the bank. And I'm going to show it to you today because we are going to have 3 scenarios and you will see the exact numbers, right? You will be the one to judge where should you put your money, right? The second place where they put their money is equities and funds, right? Equities and funds is where they put their money. Those on the YouTube, click on that subscribe button if you have not done so. If you are just joining us, we're talking about the right order to build wealth, and the step that we are in right now is investing. Where do we invest? Exactly where the multimillionaires invest their money. That's where we put our money. So most wealth is tied up in the diversified portfolios. Emphasis on diversify. So whatever you're doing, whenever you hear me say ETF versus stocks, because stocks will not help you diversify. Except you cannot put, it's not possible to put 1,000 and say, oh, you know what, this 1,000, it goes, I'm using it to buy the Amazon, and at the same time, that same 1,000, I'm buying Apple at the same time. It's impossible. It's either using 1,000 to buy Amazon as a whole, or you buy Apple 1,000, except to split it as 500, 500, right? But ETF is what we use. So why are we talking about that? Because of diversification, such as mutual funds, ETFs, and direct business investment. So number one, ETF businesses, you can see where does the multimillionaire put their money. So you want to get to that status of multimillionaire like myself, that I did it in my 30s. You want to put money in ETF, index fund, anything fund, tie. Thank you so much for sharing out the live. Let's click on that follow button. If you haven't clicked on the follow button, make sure you are clicking on that follow button, okay? Get your daily at me as well. Welcome in everyone. Welcome in everyone. Click on that follow button, tap out the live, share out the live. We're talking about the right order to build wealth, the exact order that I use to attain multimillionaire status in my 30s. That's the exact order. And guess what? It is the multimillionaire's wealth blueprint. Where does the multimillionaire put their money? Understand that, and you're on your way to building wealth, right? And what wealth are you building? Money wealth, time wealth, peace wealth, health wealth, and of course, social wealth. All 5 of them are the ones that you're building, all right? All 5 is what you're building. If you haven't clicked on that follow button, do that. On the YouTube side, make sure you subscribe to the Money Talk with Dr. Lina's channel if you haven't done that, right? So most wealth is tied in diversified portfolio. Diversification, what does it do? It helps with you spreading the risk. It helps with risk management, because if you put all your money in one stock and it goes down, it means that you're going to lose money. But if you diversify, you spread your money, this same 1,000 across multiple companies. Even if one goes down, you still have the other ones that's going to lift you up. There's the reason why there's a 4 pillar of a house, right? It's just to support each other, so that even if one part goes down, you still have the other part of the house, right? That's just the same way. Versus when you put all your everything on one pillar, if that pillar crumbles, what's going to happen? The house breaks. It scatters. There's nothing else. All right. There's a reason why there's 4 wheels on a car, not 3. Okay, not 3. Right? Diversification, so that you can spread it across multiple places. Right? Such that if one sector goes down, you're good. Right? That is whenever you are investing, one of the key strategies is diversification. Number 2, the other thing is that they said, such as mutual funds, to maximize long-term growth. So long-term growth is key in this journey, right? As a matter of fact, a lot of people always mistake investing with trading. They're 2 different things. A trader is different from an investor. Trader is almost like a day job, right? It's just somebody in real estate saying that, okay, I'm doing fix and flip. Fix and flip is different from buy and hold. Buy and hold is an investor. Fix and flip is what? Fix and flip is what's it called? Is almost like a trader. Short term trading, right? You buy stock, you are looking at, okay, buy at low, sell at high. That is not investing, that's trading. As a matter of fact, there are 4 categories of people in the stock market. There is the gamblers, those that, you know what, like I did 6 years ago where I lost $99,000, right? Options trading. If stock goes up like this, right, you're going to make money. Because you bet and you predicted. It's short-term investing, yes. The short-term, most of the time, the process is about 4 months, right? It's about 4 months. All right. So take it, once the price is down, they buy. The next minute, if it goes down, if it goes up, they sell, right? That's the difference between these and this is their own growth. But investor is totally different. An investor doesn't care. He's still buying. Market is low, market is high. He's still buying consistently, non-stop, because his own reward or his own goal is the fact of compound interest in doing the heavy lifting. Because the longer the money is there, is returning 15% consistently like a clockwork, or returning 10% consistent like clockwork. Over the years, it turns to millions and millions and millions of dollars. So there are two different strategies. Okay? So you don't need to watch candle and all of that. All those people that have 15 screens, those people on Wall Street, that's not you. An investor, Google who Warren Buffett is, you will understand what investor is, right? You will understand what investor is. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Welcome in. We're talking about the right order to build wealth, and investing is the step that we're talking about right now. Where does the multimillionaire, where do they put their money as investor? That's what we're talking about. All right. So make sure if you have not clicked on the follow button, take a minute to click on that follow button. Click a minute to click on the follow button. Let's also, all the people in our life, if you have not gotten your daily admin, let's all get our daily admins. Only 4 people have gotten their daily admin, and I don't know what is going on. I don't know why we're not getting a daily admin. I don't know why we're not getting clicking that follow button. Faith, latest millionaire in town. Let's not just sit here not doing anything, guys. You're doing us a disservice. You're getting all this information. You're not clicking the follow button. You're not tapping out the like Mayi's latest millionaire in town. Because I know you are getting value. Otherwise, the numbers will be like 2 people right now. Okay? They will be like 2 people right now. Yeah. 2 people right now. Okay? Click on that follow button. All right? Awesome. Perfect. Awesome. So where does the multimillionaire, where do they put their money? Right? Where else do they put their money? They put their money in where? They put their money in real estate. You can see right there. High net worth individual own high value primary residences, commercial property, and REIT. Okay, REIT is real estate investment trust to generate passive income and act as hedge against inflation. Generate passive income, hedge against inflation. In the United States, inflation today is at 4.2%. It simply means that the money that is seated in the bank, right, is not generating anything, right? You're generating 0.01%, except it's an IU savings account, which we recommend, right? But then the inflation is at 4.2%. To bring in perspective, your $100, right, in terms of the value you get from your $100 is worth $95.80. Or $95.80. That's what your $100 is worth. To bring it to perspective further, if you had put 50,000 in the back as of 2019, right? The thing that you were able to get as of 2019, and now you would only get 39,000 worth of those things. So your money is worth 39,000 in terms of the value that you get from that money, versus 50,000 as of 2019. That is inflation for you. All right. So stop leaving your money in the bank, okay? Right? And that's the reason why the multimillionaire do not leave their money in the banks. Let's tap out the live. Let us, for every single time that I have to reset the live, you are taking time out of our teaching. Let's tap out the live. Let's click on the follow button. As a matter of fact, let me give everyone 1 minute, 2 minutes. Let me give you 1 minute, 2 minutes. Let's quickly do that. If you have not clicked on the follow button, let's do that. Let's tap it out to 30,000 taps. Let's get it to 30,000 times. Let's all get our daily admins. If you can give the gallery, let's do that. We're talking about investing. We're going to be focused on We're going to get to ETF shortly. I'm going to teach you rule of 72. I'm going to be telling you the account that you need to open, all of that. Thank you for teaching. You are most welcome, Joshua. All you have to do is tap out that live. Remember to get your daily at me as well. If you can give the gallery, let's all give the gallery. Only 4 people have gotten their daily admins. I don't know what is happening. Mia and of course MK, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you have been sitting here, please, one thing we don't do differently, we do differently, we don't do here. You're new, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, get your daily at me. One thing that we do differently here is that you come in like you just did, click on the follow button. Number 2 is that you share out the live. Number 3 is you tap out the live. Number 4, get your daily at me. Number 5, you engage. We're going to talk. You're going to respond. And number 6, get your pen and paper and take notes. Don't just sit here for hours and don't execute, right? The goal is that you know the right order and you start executing. How do you increase your income? Building your emergency fund, paying off your debt, right? That is greater than 10%. And of course, investing. What do you want to invest in? How do you set money aside? Take all of those notes. So click on that follow button. Let's get it to 30,000. Minister Apia, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Let me fill up my water as well. That's it. Let me fill up water. Let's keep tapping out the light. Let's get it to 30,000 taps. And also let's share. Let's get it to 50 shares, 30,000 taps, 50 shares. And of course, let's also click on that follow button. Let's get our daily at me's. Let's get our daily at me. Cost you 1 penny. Cost you 1 penny. Thank you all for doing that. I'll be back shortly. Thank you. Not so much water, okay? A little bit. Thank you. Awesome. Did we get it to 30,000? Lumia and Mandy Beauty, latest millionaire in town. Let's get it. And those on the YouTube, welcome in. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, all of the recording, that's the data house, right? All of the recording, they are all here. They are all on the YouTube site. So if you haven't subscribed, click on that subscribe button quickly. Let's do that. Let's get it to 30,000 taps. And let's get our daily at me's. Thank you all for doing that. Thank you all for doing that. If we all start tapping out the live, we'll get it to 30,000. Not just tap out the live, let's also share. Let's share. If you're just joining us, click on the follow button. We are talking about the right order to build wealth. The right order to build wealth. It starts with increasing your income. The exact strategy that I used to attain and achieve the multi-millionaire status in my 30s, right? That's what I'm teaching. So that you can use the same thing. Following the multi-millionaires wealth blueprint, it's not just mine, right? Just go and Google where does the multi-millionaires, where do they put their money? And you would understand. And that's exactly what we're talking about, right? 1, increase your income. 2 is, of course, set money aside and have your emergency fund, put it in an IU savings account. 3 is pay off your debt. How do you pay that off? You'll find it in some of my lives, right? Which you'll find in the lifetime on the YouTube. It's there. Yesterday, 2 days ago, we taught that as well. And then number 4 is investing. What do you invest in? ETF, real estate, businesses. Definitely not saving in the bank and checking. Very soon, we're going to be talking about the rule of 72. What is ETF? It's exchange traded funds. We're going to be talking about that shortly. So click on that follow button. Let's quickly get it to 30,000 tabs. And let's all get our daily admins. Let's get our daily admins. Those on the YouTube, click on that subscribe button. Let's share as well on the YouTube. Let's share. And if you are just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business. That's because I have a doctorate degree in strategic business and information management. God bless you. Thank you, Lord. In strategic business, what do you mean by pay yourself first? Pay yourself first. As it is, pay yourself first. Before, once you make sure you are investing, all right? That's the first thing first. You as you are deducting, as that paycheck comes in, stop spending, don't stop leaving things left. Stop leaving things behind, okay? Stop leaving things behind. All right? Stop saying that, oh, you know what, I'm going to invest after, right? After you have spent everything. Oh, what is now left is what you are going to invest. That's not how you do it. You have to pay yourself first. You have to reverse it. What does this mean? It means that as you're getting your paycheck, the first thing that you want to do first is to ensure that you deduct money for investing first, before any other thing, before the bills, before any other thing. The money for investing comes first, because that's the only money that grows. Remember, you have your future, you have your present, that's the only thing that grows. All right, thank you all for tapping on. Let's get it to 30,000 taps. Daily Spark, latest millionaire in town. Come in. An ETF or REIT, or in terms of any asset, you came now. I came now. Hey, I'm not sure what that means, right? If you want to learn in any asset that you want to pick, okay, what is good for Mr. A is different from what is good for Mr. B. So here, I don't give people fish. I teach you to fish so that you can fish it yourself, so you can know what is the best ETF for you. Is ETF better for you, or index funds better for you? Is ETF better for you, or real estate or business is better for you? Which one? Because I'm going to enable you, okay? I'm going to enable you to understand that, which REIT is better for you, because you will be able to pick the one that is better for you. All right? Okay? So Liana, I see you. All right? All you have to do is to make sure that you click on that. You stick around and learn the ropes. So almost at 30,000, guys. Well done, well done. All right. And if you have not clicked on that follow button, make sure you click the follow button right away. Click on the follow button, smash the follow button, smash the subscribe button. Awesome. So let's go. So you have already seen where the multimillionaires put their money. One of the things is three things that you will see. They build wealth. They build wealth through what? ETF or index funds or mutual funds. They have money in their safety net as well. The other thing is that they build wealth through real estate, right? And of course, they protect the wealth, right? Protection, and the other part of it is estate planning, which is transfer, okay? Transfer. So here we teach you build, protect, and transfer. What type of wealth? Your health wealth, your peace wealth, your money wealth, your social wealth. That's what we teach. So ETF, which is the first one on the list. ETF simply means exchange traded funds. And I taught this yesterday. What is exchange traded funds? If you are new, drop I am new in the comments so that I know how much I'm teaching, right? If you are new, drop I am new in the comments. You're new, drop I am new, or just drop one. You're new here. Oscar, latest millionaire in town. Okay, you're new. Who else is new? All right. Okay. All right. So those that are new, I'll quickly touch what that is, because we have quite a number. What is ETF? All right. If you are just hearing ETF for the first time, ETF is very, very easy, right? It's simply put, just the same way you probably have heard about stock. So a stock is how you own a share of a particular company. Stock is like a share, it's like you are making an investment, you are buying part of a particular company. So let's say, Coca-Cola, right? Let's say Coca-Cola. You're buying part of Coca-Cola by just investing some of your money, right? By buying the stock of that company, you now own part of Coca-Cola. Either with $1, $10, 10,000, 100,000, whatever amount that you buy, of that value, that's what you own in Coca-Cola. All right? Excuse me. That's what you own in Coca-Cola. And as a matter of fact, always think, instead of always being a consumer, every time you think about it, oh, I love Coke a lot. I love to drink Coca-Cola a lot. Right? That black thing and the orange one, you like it. But have you ever thought about I love it, but how come I cannot? How can I own Coca-Cola? For every single thing that you are spending your money on as a consumer, always think about the equivalent. How can I own that thing? Ownership is what grows. Being a consumer is just taking money away from you. Ownership will grow your money. So you like Apple, you upgrade your iPhone every single year. You don't need to do that. Take that money, all right, and use it to buy Apple because you love Apple so much. You like shopping on Amazon so much that even the bus driver, delivery guy already knows your front of your door. In short, you already built relationship. But do you own Amazon stock? You don't. You don't own Amazon. So you want to think of how to own it. So how do you own it? You can own it by buying stock of a company. Hello, Ramatama Sangzoga. Hello, welcome in. If you are just joining or welcome in, we're talking about the right order to build wealth. That's what we're talking about. And now we are on ETF. If you're just joining us, make sure that you find the video recording on the live tab on the YouTube side. So please, if anyone can help us drop the link to the YouTube. If you have not subscribed, make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube. That's the data house. Here is the teaching platform. That is the data house. And of course, I release long form videos. At least this is the third video, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes video released this week alone on YouTube. So you want to make sure that, you go there, and all of the live recording you will find there in the live tab. So over almost 500. By the time you consume that, trust me, there's no reason why you will not build wealth. There's no reason, right? So click on that follow button. If you haven't done that, if you are just joining us, we're talking about the right order to build wealth. So what I was saying, whenever this is ETF, that's how a stock is how you own a part of the of a company. Mandel story. Yeah, stock is how you own a part of a company, right? So you buy the shares on the you open a brokerage account. That's the name of the YouTube channel, Money Talk with Dr. Lina. If anyone can help drop the link, that would be great, right? All the OGs in the house, I would appreciate that. So you can just go there, search it. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. So the stock is, you're owning a part of that company just with a little amount, and you can buy as little as $1, right? It's your day. Oh, awesome. Bread tune, awesome. Click on that subscribe button. Okay, welcome in on the YouTube side. We're streaming on both YouTube and TikTok right now. Okay, so Ramamata, right? So you can go at the days when a lot of time when I say, oh, why are you not investing? Somebody will say, oh, because I don't have money. Gone are the days. Now with $1, you can start investing in the stock market. $1. You can invest in the stock market. That's one of the beauty of stock market, because you can actually buy fractional shares, right? The stock is $1,000. You can buy $1 worth of that shares that is worth $1,000, because there is now the opportunity to buy fractional shares. So by the time you're going to make your purchase, it might be 0.00001 of the value of that shares. Now that option exists. So you're gone are the days when you can give excuses. All right, you need to tell me the next excuse, why you're not investing in the stock market. I don't have education. That's why we're teaching this one. Okay, that's why we're teaching right now. By force, we would invest. All right. So ETF on the other hand, now we know what stock is, right? An example: Amazon stock, Apple stock, Google stock, Meta stock, Chevron stock, right? So many of them. That Louis Vuitton. You know that he has his own stock as well. So real, latest millionaire in time. You're just joining us. Click on that follow button. If you haven't clicked on the follow button, click on that follow button. Now, instead of you buying that Louis Vuitton purse, you can actually buy the company itself with that money that you want to buy that purse. And guess what? Even though the purse will depreciate in value, right? But then what is going to, hey Michelle, welcome in. But then Zuria Ladi, Tolu's mom, what's going to happen is, but when you buy the asset, right, you buy the company itself, what you realize is that that company is going to grow. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. If you haven't gotten your daily at me, please get your daily at me. Let's get our daily at me's. Thank you so much for getting our daily at me's. Only 5 people have gotten their daily at me's. Please, let's be in the habit of getting our daily at me's right there. Let's all get our daily at me's and click on that follow button. All right. So, like I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, so you can actually invest in a company. Thanks so much for the Go Populous. You can actually invest in that company. You can invest. The investment is something that grows. When you buy that purse is the depreciating lifestyle liability, DLL. But when you buy the company that makes that purse, that is an asset. Thank you so much for the repost, Michelle. Right? That is the company that company itself, when you buy that company, that is an asset, ACA, right? Appreciating cash flow, like asset that we talk about, right? Now, what is now? We've already talked about stock. So stock is investing in an individual company. Now, what is ETF? Exchange Traded Fund. It simply means a fund that is traded on the stock exchange. And it simply means a basket. Instead of you buying individual stock, you are buying, for each one transaction that you make, you are buying multiple companies inside that stock, inside that fund. Inside, just think about, you are buying a stock, but that stock is not just one stock, it's many stocks inside of it. Example, S&P 500. S&P 500, top 500 companies in the United States. And you're wondering, oh, is it just in the United States? No, it's not about United States. You can buy the ETF of your own country. You can buy the one in the United States as well. So far, there's a stock exchange in your country. And so far that I know that every country has got a stock exchange. Please drop if your country doesn't have a stock exchange. All right? So that we can help, we can provide it to you on ChatGPT. We can direct it to ChatGPT to go and check it. Awesome. Thank you all for tapping out that live. Let's get our daily at me. Click on that follow button if you haven't. Don't just sit here, right? One thing we don't do here is just sitting down here, not clicking the follow button, not tapping out the live, not sharing out the live. You're doing us a disservice, guys, right? Help us here, be giving you free information. The only thing you can do is, right, click on that follow button. Thank you for your teaching. You're most welcome, right? Click on the follow button. Let's get our daily at me. Let's share out the live like Michelle is doing right now. Let's tap out the live. It just helps, right? But when you just sit here, you don't do nothing, the algorithm will assume that you don't find value, or it would assume that you are a scammer or you are BOTs, okay? So because I do not understand why we have 112 people here and only 5 people have gotten their daily at me, right? It shows that daily at me shows that you're a fan of this community. Can we all, it costs you 1 penny. The information you are getting is way more. Hundreds of dollars is what it costs, right? For you to, some people teach this, and even for you to understand ETF alone, you pay $250. We didn't hear that. I laughed, right? But with 1 penny, okay, 1 penny, you are learning even way more, okay? Because you'll be teaching real estate today as well. So what is ETF? ETF is a basket of stocks. Basket of stocks. Instead of whenever you make one singular transaction, it could be $1 transaction, you are buying everything inside this basket. Meaning that, an example, like I said, S&P 500, top 500 companies in the United States. So companies like Google, Nvidia, Procter & Gamble, Chevron, it's very diverse, but the best of them, the creamiest of the companies, right? In terms of their revenue, their asset, their everything, their cash flow, their goodwill, all of those things, right? I can actually listen to you. Okay, all right, great. I'm glad you can. I'm glad you can. I'm not sure what that means. Awesome. Yeah, don't just listen alone. Also share out the live and tap out the live. Okay, don't just and get your daily at me. Don't just listen alone. Also, yeah, awesome. All right. So take that, all of that companies, whenever you make one singular transaction, one payment, right? that singular payment in itself is you're buying all of the 500 companies, GMA, latest millionaire in town. You're buying all 500 companies. It doesn't have to be, you can buy the entire United States stock market. I hope you know. Just with your $1 one transaction, you can buy it like a VTI, right? You can buy international. You can buy like a VXUX. You can buy, and it doesn't have to be that of the US. You can buy the one in your country. What differentiates one? So it tells you something. There are so many ETFs, exchange traded funds. That's why I always tell you, I teach you to fish instead of giving you fish. Because I can give you one, I can give you 5, I can give you 20. When there are hundreds or there are thousands. Most I listen to get bored, but I'm actually staying and listening. Oh, that's so great. That's so great. I like that. Okay. Most of the time you are bored, but that's great. Maybe it's the teacher in me. Remember, I'm a professor. I teach AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system in the college. Okay, I'll be so surprised if my students they are sleeping whenever I'm teaching. So I'm glad. Thank you so much, Mia. Right, but don't just listen only. Get your notepad, get your pen and paper, and take your notes and execute. That's the most important part of it, right? Take your note and paper and execute. Okay, so there are so many. There are tons of ETF, right? Yes, you're right. That's great. That there's tons and tons and tons of ETF. Okay, the only thing that differentiates one ETF from the other is what is inside of it. So for instance, when I talk about S&P 500, what is inside of it is S&P 500. Number 2, who is the manager? Who manages it? You would find it right there. There's a fund manager. Then there's also the expense ratio, which is like the fees. Typically is very, very low. And then there's also what has it returned? How has it performed? Meaning performance in the past 10 years, in the past 100 years. Like an S&P 500 in the past 50 years is returned between 8 to 12%. So you can confidently say, okay, it's going to give you 10%. In the past 10 years, its performance has been between 13 to 15.5%. So you can confidently say, okay, you know what, it's going to return 14% or 13%. And you can project based off of that because you don't know the future. You can only predict based on the past, right? That's what you can use. All right. So those are the things that you need to know, right? For the person that was asking me which REIT is better or which one is the best, which one, you have it right. These are the things you need to know because you need to, your goals is going to now determine how this fits into your goals. Is because if 10% might be good for me, it might not be good. REIT is real estate investment trust. It's a combination of so many real estate companies. So it's a function, it's a way that, okay, you don't own real estate, but it's, about it like the stock of real estate, right? Wisdom, latest millionaire in town. It's like a stock of real estate. So multiple companies, so like a CDRE, like a BlackRock, like a Redfin, like a Zillow, all of those developers, like different, all of them coming, just like you're buying it together, right? And then whenever they do profit, you also share profit. It's like owning real estate without owning real estate, okay? Because you own it in the stock market. It's almost like the stock market of real estate. That's REIT, period. Real estate investment trust. That's what it is. All right? And you buy it on the stock exchange as well. Wisdom, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you are just joining us, welcome in. We are talking about the right order to build wealth, and we are on step number 4, which is investing. What do we invest in? We're talking about ETF. ETF, real estate businesses, definitely not in the savings account. All right? We're talking about ETF right now. So click on that follow button, join us, because we're also going to be talking about real estate. So whenever you're talking about ETF, right? Whenever we're talking about ETF, understand what is inside it, who manages it, the fees, and of course, what is the performance, right? For instance, S&P 500, we have like 5 companies that are fund manager. There's Vanguard, there's State Street, there's BlackRock, there is Fidelity, and they have different ticker symbol right here. And these are the different fees. Like a VOO, which is managed by Vanguard, is 0.03. What is inside of it is an S&P 500, right? The other one, FXAS, which is an index fund of S&P 500 by Fidelity, the fees is about 0.09. All right. The same S&P 500, BlackRock, 0.03 IVV. Ed's latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. And then there's which one is the last one right there? SPY. There's SPY. Thank you so much for your letter. You're most welcome. Coming from wisdom, that means a lot. If you're just joining us, click on that follow button. One of the things we don't do here is just sitting here, not clicking the follow button, not tapping out the live, not getting your daily admin, not doing anything, and just representing yourself like somebody called BOT. All right? Or somebody called Mr. Scammer, or somebody just thinking that he doesn't find value. Ellie's latest millionaire in town. So click on the follow button. Who do you choose? Right? As a matter of fact, who do I choose? I choose all of them because it's a function of your goal. But look at it. Look at it. One is that, okay, let's ask that question. Me, a good question. If you have 0.03, 0.09, 0.003, and 0.0, what's that one? 1 or something, 0.09, which one are you going to choose? Which one are you going to choose? Okay? Which one are you going to choose? And it might also be a function of so many other things, right? You need to choose. The fees are right there. Hey, what are you here to? Yeah, to help you gain financial freedom, build wealth. I'm teaching as many people the exact strategy that I use to attaining multi-millionaire status in my 30s. What's the risk to buy ETFs? Just the similar 0.01 exactly. You know the answer. What's the risk? Just the same risk as when you are exposed to the stock market. That's the risk there. I'm not one of those coaches that will tell you, oh, there's no risk. Whenever you put your money in the stock market, there is the risk of the market going up and down. Okay? Volatility. 30 latest millionaire. But the higher the risk, the higher the return. However, what ETF does for you is because, think about it. Let's quickly do this. If you buy the stock, that is if you buy the stock, this stock is what? If you buy the stock, let's assume that this is Coca-Cola. For whatsoever reason, you put all your $1,000 here, right? But then if this stock goes down, right? Coca-Cola, for whatsoever reason, the stock goes down, what happens to your money? Drop it in the comment. The person that asked that question, is it Joshua? Right? The person that asked the question, Joshua, yeah? Yeah? What happens if we put all your money, it goes down, right? But then the risk becomes manageable if all your 1,000K, latest millionaire in town, you lose money. Awesome. Monica is responding on the other side. You lose money. Yeah, click on that subscribe button, Monica. But in this case, goes down. But your risk becomes more manageable. Please, which broker is the best? Okay, let me take it one after the other, okay? Broker is the best. Go on Google, ChatGPT. I don't know country or state or whatever you are, right? I don't know much about that. But Google will be your best answer on that, ChatGPT. All right? And depends on your country. All right. But the risk becomes manageable, right? When imagine you put 1,000 here, you lose your money. But if you put it here, this is just Coca-Cola as a company. But Coca-Cola is now here, right? You now take your 1,000 inside this same one transaction. Whenever you make one purchase of one ETF, right? Inside that purchase, you have bought Coca-Cola, but you did not only buy Coca-Cola, you bought Chevron. But there's also, you're spreading the risk exactly. You're also buying Chevron. Then you're also buying what? You're buying Nvidia. Also, this thing is there, Procter & Gamble, Bank of America. So all of the different industries there. Remember what we said earlier, diversification. That's what ETFs helps you to do. You diversify, thereby managing your risk, okay? And that's a strategy that I used in my own case, right? Because I put money in, I lost 99,000, and when I found this method, I realized that, okay, you know what, my chances of losing money is very, very, it's pretty manageable. I call it smart investing. As a matter of fact, this is part of the strategy that you see Warren Buffett uses, right? And then I let it be long term, all right? So other companies in ETF protect your risk. Exactly. It manages your risk. Maybe not protect, but it manages it somehow. I didn't know ETF was this. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Click on that subscribe button now that you know. Now that you know, if you are just joining us, click on the follow button, click on that subscribe button. Let's quickly do that. Let's get it to 50,000 taps. And of course, let's all get our daily at me if you can. If you have not gotten your daily at me, let's get our daily at me. If you can give the gallery, let's give the gallery. And on the YouTube side, make sure click on that subscribe button. Okay, click on the subscribe button. By the way, we are also on YouTube. ETF, what does that mean? ETF is exchange traded funds. It's basically a fund that is traded on the stock exchange, basically. Fund that is traded on the stock exchange. Other companies in ETFs else manage your risk. Exactly, right? Because you are spreading your money across multiple. So your chances of almost your money becoming zero, like I lost my money, is very low, right? This is what is called smart investing. That's what it is. Because now you are being smarter with your money, right? And yes, the return might not be like, oh, 100% like that. No. That's why I said we are moderate risk investors. Your return might not be 100% overnight. But one of the things is that you see that, okay, it's steady, 10%, 15%, thank you so much, 10%, 15%, 20% is increasing that way every single year, okay? Like that, thank you so much, right? Mia, I think she's just overwhelmed, like, really? Yes, really. Really, exactly. Mia is just, she's like, what? Like, seriously, I didn't know this is what ETF is. Tell me if somebody has told you to come and pay a lot of money. Can you participate from anywhere in the world? Absolutely, Monica. That's great question on the YouTube side. Absolutely. You can buy ETF anywhere in the world. You can buy the one of the United States. So far, there's a stock exchange. All you have to do is open a brokerage account. Mia is like, she's still in shock, right? That's it, right? Instead of, you can buy anywhere in the world, every country. Always remember, you can buy, I made an illustration yesterday, just an illustration, beauty supply, top 100 beauty supply ETF in Ghana, right? It simply means what is inside of it is beauty supply, top 100 beauty supply companies in Ghana. It's what they created in that ETF, right? Different ETF. You can buy the entire US stock market. You can buy the international and not buy the US. You can buy technology. You can buy real estate. You can, so many. You can even, do you know that there's a Bitcoin, there's a ETF for cryptocurrency? Right. There's Bitcoin for so if you buy ETF S&P 500, you can buy a, can buy a kind of Amazon. If your question is that can you buy Amazon? Amazon is in the list of the S&P 500. Okay, let me quickly show this. I was going to go straight to rule of 72, but let's quickly show it. I think there's a lot of people that are new here. And if you have not subscribed, there's a video for you. If you have not subscribed on the YouTube channel, please can somebody drop the link in the, are we buying shares? You are buying, how do I put it? You are buying it whenever you go on the platform, you will see it as stocks, or you see shares or ETF, or stocks or ETF, because the only difference is that one is stock is one, ETF is multiple. That's just the difference. One, but whenever you are placing the order, the order is one transaction, but that one transaction that you placed is everything that is inside. It can be 3,000 companies that is inside. Yes, Monica said, I see. Exactly. So I thought it was a coin. No, it's not a coin. You're buying it on the stock exchange. And that's the YouTube channel for everybody that have not. Thank you so much, Tolu's mom. Everyone that have not, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go and subscribe. Go and subscribe. Trust me, that place is a data warehouse. Like, I just released another video. This is the third video I'm releasing this week. Long form video, 10 minutes, 15 minutes video, you would find it right there, right? And also on the tab, thank you so much for getting your daily admin. On the tab, which is called live tab on the YouTube side, because I'm streaming on TikTok and YouTube right now. On the tab live, all of my recording of all the lives, you would find it. What is the name of it's Money Talk with Dr. Leah. Where you are, Monica? Just subscribe. That's my YouTube channel. Wherever you are, I'm streaming on. I'm telling the people on TikTok. That's the people I'm talking to. She's on YouTube right now. And she's asking, what is the name of the YouTube? The YouTube is Money Talk with Dr. Lina, okay? Where you are at right now that you're asking that question, that's my YouTube channel, all right? That's my YouTube channel. So that's the link right there, guys. That's the link. How do I open a brokerage account? Just Google, right? Okay, yeah. I thought it was a coin. It's not, okay? So let me quickly address the question that Joshua asked. So what are the companies do we have? What companies do we have in an S&P 500? Remember, there are so many companies in S&P 500. And S&P 500, there are so many ETFs. Let's not focus on S&P 500 only. S&P 500 is one out of hundreds of thousands. Remember, but S&P 500 is just very popular because it's the top 500 companies in the United States. And it has returned, in terms of performance, it's returned about 8 to 10% in the past 100 years, actually, averagely. In the past 10 years, it's done about 12 to 15, is it 13% to about 15.5%? So that's what it has returned. That's why it's pretty popular. All right. So that's why I'm using it as an illustration. So look at the companies that we have in, where are you? Where are the companies that we have in an S&P 500? So look at NVIDIA. Guys, can you see? NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Chevron. They are 500 of the solid company. 500 of them, right? You see Meta, Tesla, Broadcom, Google, all of this, Berkshire Hathaway, that is Mr. Warren Buffett's company, okay? So when you are buying Joshua, you are also buying Amazon, all right? It's there, okay? It's there. LA, latest millionaire in town. Joshua, yes, Tesla is there as well. So if you have not subscribed, now please, you're doing us a disservice. Not subscribing, it's so good to have you. We're talking about the right order to build wealth, right? And we are number 4, which is investing. What are we investing in? ETFs, right? Why ETF? Because it helps you to manage your risk versus individual stocks. Because here we are investors, we are moderate risk investors. So ETF and S&P 500 are the same. No. ETF is S&P 500 is a type, is one out of hundreds of thousands of ETF, okay? S&P 500 is just one of many ETF. There's technology, you can buy technology ETF in the United States and then in the, in your own country, whatever country. Is there a difference between S&P 500 and US 500? I don't know what US 500 is. It's just S&P 500. US 500, what's that? All right. How are you going to withdraw when you are satisfied with your investment in your brokerage? The same way you sell your stocks. Just click the same way you bought it, sell it. Simple. Buy and sell. Click one button. You see, it's going to take you one button to buy, and it takes you one button to sell, and it's back in your brokerage firm, and then you transfer it to your account. Because remember, you have to fund that account to be able to buy, right? You have to fund the account the way you. So the same process. If you're able to get to the point of buying, then just reverse it. Just sell and then reverse it and send it back to your account. All right? Okay. So it's nothing really serious. Google which top broker companies are suited. Exactly. Thank you so much. All right. What else again? Are you trading 212 in UK? All right. That's great. Just saw that on Coinbase. That is absolutely great. Exactly. That's it. So that's it on ETF. There are so many of them. And if you want, a lot of people would say, oh, you know what? So Dr. Lina, give me 5, 10, whatever. Which one is S&P 500 definitely is good. Why? Because of course, it's returned decently. There are also African stock. Absolutely, yeah. There's bamboo for those in Ghana, those in Nigeria. There's bamboo. There's Investment One. There's Stanbic IBTC. There's so many, right? There's so many brokerage firms, right? Those in the UK, there's Trading 212. There's eToro. There's in Canada. There's Wells Simple. There's what's it, Quest Trade, or what's it called? The other one. Do all brokerage accounts have the same ETF options? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Right? Maybe not. Ideally, they should, but now because we are talking about international, you need to know what exactly you want to buy. Then you need to check, right? You need to check that, okay, does this brokerage here, can you buy this? Can you buy this in the broker? Do all the broker, yeah. Which broker can you use to buy S&P? That's what I've been talking about. It depends on your country. Go on Google. Go on Google. Most brokerages, you should be able to buy it on it. Okay? Which one are available in Australia? I want to believe that Australia is going to be part of, like the UK. Is there eToro there? Is there is there Trading 212? Right? Otherwise, just go on Google, right? Imagine me, won't you be worried for me if I know all the, won't you be worried for me if I know all the brokerage by heart, right? All the brokerage firm by heart. Won't you be worried for me? At least I've given like 4 or 5, 6 countries right now. In my sister, what can you start with? $1. You can start investing with $1. Okay, we can invest in with $1. All right. So in everything that you do, open a brokerage account, fund your brokerage account, buy. I've given you one already. Okay. Please, what brokerage are you? Let's see. Am I using, please? It depends on your country. What brokerage? The brokerage that works for that works in my country is different. What country are you? Right? You have to get a fee for recommending each country. For recommending each company. Okay. Front page, latest millionaire in town. Drop your country. Let me help you. You can use with Evolution Bank. I'm not sure about that. What country? See, guys, always. That's why I say I teach you to fish, right? I teach you to fish. There's bamboo. I mentioned Ghana. I said bamboo. I mentioned that earlier. Bamboo. I mean, if they expect you to know it exactly. What? Yeah. I already mentioned Ghana. I said bamboo. I said Ghana, Nigeria. There's bamboo. There's Investment One. There's Stanbic. All right. Are you watching Netflix at the same time? You are watching, what's it called? Guys, go to Google and thank you so much. Thank you so much, digital. Right? Latest millionaire in town. All right, see, guys, I've given you the fish. Right? I've given you the fish. All you have to do right now is to run with the key things that you even need. You're just saying, open, which account should I open? No one is on Google. The main thing, you're not asking, what is the exact step? Open the account, fund the account. It's the first step. Open the account, fund the account, buy the ETFs that you want to buy, and of course, set up the, what's it called? Yeah, Bamboo, exactly. All right? And set up automation. That's the exact step. Now, one of the questions, and I've given you one, S&P 500, right? This why. The reason you can do the same thing. The reason, right? So that if I'm not there, is what? It has the strength. It's been around for so many years. I told you what is inside of it. The quality of the company that is inside of it. That's what you need to focus on. So you need to know, because I know the next, if you're asking me which brokerage account, then the next thing is that, Dr. Lina, what should I buy? Right? That's the next question. Dr. Lina, what should I buy? All right? And I'm going to tell you exactly, some that you can buy. You subscribe, awesome. That's perfect. Right? So what should I buy? We're going to talk. It's what is inside of already. I already know the next question, because if you're just asking me what is on ChatGPT, you're like, what should I buy? Okay. All right, but you guys are, I love that. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love the engagement. So that's the spirit. If you are not click on the follow button, let's click on the follow button and let us all, you're asking me this question, let's get a daily at me. Let's all get our daily at me's. Let's get our daily at me's, guys. Let's get our daily at me. Let's tap out the life. Let's, if you can give the gallery, that'll be much appreciated. There are some people that never knew what ETF is. Mia. Mia was like, oh my God, like, like, Mia, you need to tell us your story. Like, oh, so this is ETF. Okay. Was somebody holding it from you? Was somebody holding it for you? Or do you think it was way more than that? Yeah. Because she was like, oh my God. Like, remember to get your daily at me, guys. Let's get our daily at me's. I thought it was a coin. It's not. It's not a coin, okay? It's not. Are you talking? There's something else called, is it EFT? Is it EFT or something? There's another thing. That's a different thing. That's a different thing. This is ETF, exchange traded funds. And it's stock exchange, just multiple stocks in one basket. That's it. Let's all get our daily at me. It's only 6 people. NFT. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's what I was trying to remember. NFTs, right? So if you haven't gotten your daily admin, let's all get. Only 6 people have gotten their daily admins. And please, 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 one thing that we do differently, or the one thing that we do not appreciate here, is you come here, you get all the information, you are seated here, right? You don't click on the follow button, you don't tap out the live, you don't share out the live, you don't do nothing, right? You're writing so much right now, right? Mia, get your daily at me, okay? As you are writing, get your daily at me as well, right? Thank you so much. She just did that. Let's all get our daily at me's, okay? Doctor, we need always to buy ETF with dividends. No, there is dividend ETF. Why do you need dividend? Mag, latest millionaire in town, right? Joshua, click on the follow, get your daily at me. Yeah, let's all get our daily at me if you can. Thank you so much. And remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's get it to 50,000 taps as well. Almost there. Awesome. So let's continue. Why? So that, I said that, what is daily at? Daily at me. It costs you 1 penny. Thank you so much. It costs you 1 penny, and it was pinned here earlier, right? It costs you 1 penny. It just shows that you're a fan, you value this community, and you will see the MDL in front of your name. All right, you see the MDL in front of your name. It costs you 1 cent. All right, and of course you get 30 points back, by the way. If there's anything thank you so much for educating. You are most welcome. Thank you so much. I'm glad you appreciate it. And Ella, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, while they're tapping out the live, go and subscribe, because that is the data house, right? That is the data center. Here is teaching, that place is the data center. Go and subscribe. And the name there is, thank you so much for the roses. The name there is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Yeah, the name there is Dr. Lina, and also on IG is also Money Talk with Dr. Lina, and just the same thing, like I'm in class. Exactly, that's what I'm doing. That's what I was going to bed. Yes, that's what I do here. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. I'm glad you all found value there. I'm glad. But don't just take it only. Go and execute. So by Monday, start opening the account. If you're just joining us, click on the follow button. Don't just sit here not clicking on the follow button. And please, 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 lastly, PSA, while we are tapping out the live, note that I don't have a backup account. If somebody follows you, that's not Dr. Lina, okay? That's it, not Dr. Lina. As a matter of fact, if you look at the name, it might be Money Talk with Dr. Lina, but the art is somebody else, okay? What it will be at Crazy Human Being, right? Or at I'm a Thief, right? So please, please, please be careful. We have high net worth individuals here, so they are on our case, all right? So if you have not clicked on the follow button, make sure you do that. They might come into your inbox and you are super excited. You think it's Dr. Lina, and the person is asking, oh, you know what? I would invest on your behalf. You will do this. Please don't fall for it. Okay, it's a scam. I will never come to your inbox. Thank you so much for the Go Populars. I will never come to your inbox telling you, oh, we have a Telegram group or a WhatsApp group. If we begin to have that, once we develop our community, all right? I would let you know. You will be the first to know in the life before we even go out. Thank you so much for the roses. You are going to be the first to know. All right. Yes, really. Yes, they are after our community. I mean, don't joke with this community. This community alone can pull $20 million. And I'm not kidding. This community alone, the people that are here, can pull $20 million, right? Oh, thank you so much, Ella. Thank you so much for the roses, right? Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot. So much value being awake since 3 a.m. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you so much for the gift as well, Ella. You guys are amazing. So click on the follow button if you have not done so. And please, 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 somebody, can we drop the link to the YouTube channel? Please go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. A time will come that I will not be teaching as frequently. I'm in Texas, in the United States. A time will come that last month I did Financial Freedom Drive. I was showing up twice a day, teaching as many people. This month I don't have that time, right? Now I show up once a day, right? At my own time, right? 8 p.m. Central Time, but I might be here 9 p.m. Central Time, right? So, but there you are, once it might get to a time that I don't show up, as maybe I show up once a month, okay? Depending on my schedule, okay? Because depending on that, so you want to make sure that you go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please drop the link to the YouTube channel. Yeah, I will still be here. I'm not saying now, but please drop the link to the YouTube channel. Please, can somebody drop? You found me, awesome. Go there and subscribe. Then all of the videos for the Financial Freedom Challenge Drive, all of the videos that we've had from this, you would find it in the live tab. You would see my videos right there. So if you have not also clicked on the follow button, please click on that follow button. Please click on that follow button. Don't just sit here. You're doing us a disservice not clicking the follow button, not tapping out the live, not sharing out the live. So let's continue. Let's keep tapping out the live. Thank you so much. Awesome. Dr. Sajay, thank you. So that is the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Let me give us 1 minute. I know that once I start teaching again, because I want to teach Rule of 72 tonight. I need to teach you Rule of 72 tonight. That's the link to the YouTube channel. That's the link to the YouTube channel. That's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. All of our building wealth through smart investing, which is the stock market, building wealth through real estate. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. Our one-on-one consultation. So you want one-on-one wealth building consultation with me. Our mentorship program, 90 days mentorship program. And of course, the ebook, The Wealth Blueprint, The Path to Financial Freedom. You will find the link in the bio. It's something nesthuge.me/Money Talk with Dr. Lina. That is the only product we have. So if somebody comes to your inbox and is saying that you send money via Zelle, that's not Dr. Lina, okay? We are smarter than that. We are more techy than that. We are more sophisticated than that. All of your payments are going to go through a secure payment gateway, which is Stripe. So we don't even see your credit card. We don't see anything, right? I'm going to show you, but after the live, but you will find the link. That's the only link in my bio. Go there and make your purchases, right? We have pre-recorded self-paced courses that will guide you on everything that you need when it comes to all these things that I'm teaching. The best 10, the best 20, based on your goals and all of that, you will find it in the, building wealth through smart investing, right? Smart through that course, you would get it right there. So that's the link to the YouTube. Once you subscribe, put down in the, does ETF have instant execution? Yes, instant. It is traded like stock. Okay, Williams, the same thing like stock. The same thing I said, okay, because it's sleepy time, I'm waiting for Rule of 72. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is it. I've already given you what is inside the ETF is what, who manages it, what is inside of it. That's your number one thing that you want to know. Waffle. Your number one thing is what is inside that fund, right? Who manages the fund? Because you want them to also have a good review, right? Most important, you want to know what the fees are, right? Most of the time, why I like ETF, it is very, very the fees are very minimal compared to mutual funds and index funds. The fees are like 0.01, 0.03. It's pretty minimal. It's almost negligible. And of course, what is the performance, right? How has it performed in the past? We want to know that, okay? Like an S&P 500, it has done well, 8 to 10, we can say 8% and above. Last year it did 18%. In the past 10 years, it's done 13 to 15.5%. In the past 50 years, it's done 8 to 10%, right? So you know where you're putting your money. And if you project based off of the past, right, you can almost say that, okay, this is what you're going, the return that you're going to get. Okay, so that's one of the things, right? Yeah, but it depends on everybody's goal. My goal is different from yours. Your goal is different from mine, right? And as a matter of fact, before I can even say buy this, right? Everybody has different goals. Okay, so let's go straight to any questions, any further questions. All right. Let's keep. Thank you all for tapping out. The guy Devon, thank you so much. And everyone tapping out that live. Joshua, thank you so much for tapping out. Let's remember to get our daily at me's. Let's not forget to get our daily at me. Go and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so. Go do that. Subscribe to you just joined. Welcome in. Click on that subscribe button. You will find the recording on the YouTube channel, which is the Money Talk with Dr. Lina. You can go there and search, right? You would find it right there, Money Talk, and go and subscribe. The video for today you find it in the live tab tomorrow. But you can watch the one for yesterday, the one for 2 days ago. So yeah, awesome. If you are just joining us, click on that follow button. Awesome. We're talking about the exact order, the right order to build wealth, the exact order that I use to attain or achieve the multi-millionaire status in my 30s. That's exactly what I'm teaching right here. All right, ETF was definitely a part of it, of course, because I put my money in the stock market. I lost individual stocks. I lost 99,000 to penny stock, day trading, and options trading. Okay. Masha guy, latest millionaire in town. So let's quickly talk about. So when Dr. Lina says, put your money, I lost money or whatever, one of the things that we talk about here is that we don't lose money. We want to protect our principal because you work too hard for your money, okay? One of the things is, so I want to give you an idea, right? Whenever you put your money, because if I tell you, oh, you know what, you're getting a 10% return, you're getting a 15% return or whatever, I want to give you an idea of what you can make of that. Or there's something called the rule of 72. Rule of 72 is something called, this is, how do I put it, a back of a napkin calculation of compound interest, okay? It simply means you want to know how quickly, let me ask you this question. Has it ever crossed your mind that if I set this money aside, how long is it going to take to grow, right? How many years is it going to grow? How long? What would this money become at a certain point? One more, if I contribute this money, has it ever crossed your mind that if only I know how much I need to set aside for retirement, if only I know how much I need to put away to become financially free, or I got this money, maybe I have 100,000. How many years is it going to take my money to become this? Has it ever crossed your mind? If it has crossed your mind, put yes in the comment. If it has crossed your mind, put yes in the comment. I have this money and I want to know how many years is it going to take my money to double, If it's never crossed your mind, because it crossed my mind every time. You know me, I love money too much. Yes, okay, Lorena, Manuel, okay, perfect. All right. Okay, it's called something called the rule of 72. That's basically what this is. Rule of 72 tells you how quickly, how long, how many years, days, and months it's going to take your money to double. And before you start asking me, Dr. Lina, where is the rule of, where did you create the rule of 72? Where is it coming from? Yes, Where is it coming from? Yeah, Monica said yes. If you have not subscribed on the YouTube side, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. Can you see? It's not me that created it. The rule of 72. Learn how to double your money with compound interest. Can you show me how to do the math myself? That's what we want to do. The rule of 72. Learn how to double your money with compound interest. That's what that is. Right? That's what that is. So before you start asking me where is the 72 coming from, it's just like you asking me where is the law of physics? Right? Where is the law of physics coming from? I did not create it. Not Dr. Lina. I did not. Rule of 72 simply tells you how long in days, months, and weeks, how long it's going to take your money to double, and depending on where you put that money. Okay? So it's something called, let's assume that we have Leona, and then we have Williams, and of course, and I'm just picking any names, right? And we have what's it called? I'm just picking the last, and we have Liz. These are three people. Oh, Guy Devon, thank you so much for getting your daily at me, right? We have three people, okay? These three people, right? Yeah, these three people, they have, let's assume that they have $100,000. And they want to know how long they are going to take their money to double. Leona puts his money in the savings account. All right? In the savings account, I have my own savings account. If you have an account like me, Bank of America, Chase, right? Wells Fargo, or think about all those bureaucratic banks in your own country, right? All those Bank of England and Bank of Canada and Bank of Switzerland, right? Yeah. So there is also the part of, this person puts money in savings, and not that savings, the regular savings, the traditional savings. Now, this person, Williams, on the other hand, puts money in HE savings and CD. In your savings account, what do you put? Yeah, Leona, what do you put? Leona, how much do you get from your interest? What is the interest that you get from your bank? Or anyone, what interest do you get from your, you now have an idea of the bank I'm talking about, Chase, Wells Fargo, 0.01. Thank you so much. I get 0.01 as well. I want to believe she's brothers and sisters. Chase, my money is mine, okay? All right? I agree. Click on that follow button if you haven't done so. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're talking about the rule of 72. How long it takes your money to double, right? That's what we want to determine. And then you understand the reason why I tell Dr. Lina says don't save. Maybe you would have also heard Call to Leap to say the same thing. Steve would say don't save money in the bank. Or maybe you would have heard Dave Ramsey or Tony Robbins, or you would have also heard, what's this guy? Alex on a Budget, or maybe, I like those people. And what's this person's name? My favorite girl, right? You probably have heard them say the same thing. And Leona, we were talking about IU savings account. If somebody can give us the number for IU savings account, what interest? Or we can use that of SoFi, which is about 4%. Let's use SoFi. But we need the one of CD. CD, minimal return in the bank, yeah. But we need that numbers. We need the numbers, right? The exact number. So SoFi gives you about 4%. CD, somebody give us the CD. Now, let me start doing the calculation. We want to know how long this 100,000, how many years is going to, CD is also 4%. Okay, 4 and 4 today, right? We want to know how many years is going to take this 100,000 to become 200,000, Toli's mom. And Leona, how many? That's the rule of 72. So it's simple. Take number 72 divided by your rate of return, or your interest rate, your IR or ROR. If it's investment, if it's a business, CD is for, yeah. All right. Why CD? These are places where people put their money, right? These are places where people put your money. I'm just saying, these are places, this is traditional savings account. People put their money in IU savings account. People put money in this in a CD, right? They put money in CD. We're just doing yeah, okay, you just heard of it. All right. 72 divided by this interest will give you the number of years it would take this $100,000 200,000 to become 200,000. So 0.01 is what Leona gets from the bank. 72 divided by 0.01. Somebody give us the answer. 72 is going to give us in years. Number of years. We want to know how many years is going to take this 100,000 to become 200,000. 72 divided by 0.01, and your calculator is not deceiving you. 7,200 years. So whenever you are signing an agreement with a bank, or you are leaving that money in a bank and you are thinking that, oh, you know what, you are safeguarding your money, or you are protecting your money, 7,200 years is what is going to take that money to double. It is 1%. Let's even say 1%. 72 divided by 1, it means 72 years is what is going to take your money to double. Real talk, latest millionaire in town. Who is this? Who is a light bulb for somebody? Who is this a shock to you? Do you think I manipulated the number, right? If you think that I manipulated the number here, drop it in the comments. Or is this shocking to you? And then on top of this, we're not even talking about inflation. Okay, there's the inflation. This is not going to be your 100,000 will be, the 100,000 will also be less of 4.2% every single year. So you are losing 4.2% every single year and only gaining 0.01%. So by the time you put these 4.2% of inflation into it, thank you so much for the Mia is like, at this point, Mia is like, she's short of words. So just take the hat. I just love you. So whenever I tell you that stop saving your money in the bank, remember this, my board is a public service announcement. I'm begging you, stop, because no matter how much you are making, my friend, you are not building wealth. All right? You are not. Because tell me, 100,000 to become $200,000, and it's taking you, it means that your entire lifetime, let's even say that you live 100 years, your 7,200, yeah, let's say your lineage decide to take it. Wow. Monica said, wow. Yeah, your family 5 generations, not even 5 generations. This is 7,200 years. How many generations is 7,200 generations? That's it. So if there's anything you want to take from this, and by the way, Twantin is saying, geez, but that's it. So whenever you hear all these content creators, like I see Steven say the same thing, Nishi Me also says the same thing, right? You see Alex on the budget, you see Tony Robbins, you see Dave Ramsey, they say the same thing. That's because we know what you are not seeing. This is the numbers. You would say the numbers is going to change now when we get to Williams and we get to Liz. So guess what? They are making the same money, achieving the same thing, doing the same thing. But the only thing is that where this person puts this money is not going to build wealth. Part of the strategy that I used was ensuring that I was not doing this, leaving my money in the bank. Okay? Leaving my money back, because inflation is at 4.2%. To bring it to perspective, 50,000 put in the bank as of 2019, the value of that money is worth 39,000. It would have lost $11,000 as of today. I mean, that's literally, because what you were able to purchase with that money, right, in 2019 now would be less than 11,000 in 2026. So 72 is bad. 72 is not bad. It is the interest that is bad. 72 is constant, it's not changing. 72 is still coming here. So let's do this. If you put it in an high yield savings account, take 72. 72 is the rate at which it's compounding. Think about compound interest calculator. And I'm going to bring a compound interest calculator right now. I'm going to, so look at it right there. 72 is the compound rate, the rate at which is compounding. How long is going to, is telling you the time when you put your money here, how long it's going to take. That's what is just determined. 72 will remain constant. Think about, I'm going to also use compound interest calculator. Just to give you an idea. Is where you put your money that is wrong. Because when you put your money, it gives you 0.01. You can see 7,200 years. When it becomes 1%, you see 72 years is what is going to take this 100,000 to become 200,000. Is the rule of 72. Go on Google. There's so many BS on social media space. Go on Google tonight or tomorrow and study it. You would understand. If you are just joining us, welcome in. We're talking about the rule of 72. How long it takes your money to double depending on where you put your money. Stop saving your money in the bank. That's why the banks are using your money. As a matter of fact, I hope you know that whenever you leave money in the bank, 90% of that money is already loaned out, is used out. Only 10% remains in reserve. That's why, how do you think the banks are declaring billions and millions every year? Reba, latest millionaire. How do you think they're declaring that amount of money? It's because they are using your money that you think is seated in the bank and they're generating good interest on it. Good return, mortgages, car notes. That credit card that you are getting, Black Pope, latest millionaire in town. If you are just joining us, click on that follow button. Tuatin, latest millionaire in town. So this is the rule of 72. This is you are in the bar. Another thing. Maybe your family calls you from Africa and family says, oh, you know what, my brother, there's this business I want to do. Put the money, I need, bring $10,000 and whatever. Ask them the question. What is the rate on return on this business? What is the ROI? What is the ROR? Trust me, they will not have answer. The person that has answer would have already determined this, and the one that wants to spend your money, your hard-earned money, does not have such answer. So that's another strategy for you to know if they want to just use your money for party clothes. Hey, I had a call, so I had to leave. I came back now. Lena, right? It's on the board. Okay? Otherwise, you watch it but you just follow. All right? If you are just joining us, click on that follow button, okay? Click on that follow button. We're talking about the right order to build wealth, and now is the rule of 72. All right? Now, let's do this. Now, let's go to Williams. Williams also has the same 100,000. Leona has 100,000. It's going to take Leona 7,200 years. So it means that in the lifetime, this money is not going to ever get there. She'll never get, money is going to ever get to 200,000 in the lifetime. But I got to see how to do it, the division. That's great. So let's go to the money in CD account is back, is safe, and for emergency, don't put all the eggs in one basket. The only money that you put in there, is your savings. That is just your emergency fund, okay? So that's what you are very correct. It is for emergency funds. That's the only money that you put in there. But on no condition should you leave money here at all. This is a no-go. Now let's go to here. You put it in an IU savings account. You put in a CD. I prefer the IU savings account, except there's a reason why you want it locked away, because you are not disciplined, right? Except you have a reason why you do not, there's a reason why you did not lock it away. The reason why you locked it away. Otherwise, there's no reason why you should not have. IU savings account give you 4%. You have flexibility. You can get your money every single month. It's right there. It's the most liquid as it is. CD, on the other hand, is locked away for a certain period, right? If you take money out of it, you can get some penalties and all of that. So this is IU savings account. This is CD. So let's say you put CD, or you put whichever one. They are both 4%. 72 divided by 4. Someone give us the answer. It is going to tell us how many years it's going to take Williams to double this 100,000 to becoming 200,000. 18 years. Can you see now? Leona, Guy Devon, Manuel, Tolu's mom. Can you see the 72 still remains? The only difference is that this one gives you 4%, and now your 100,000 can double in 18 years. 18 years compared to 7,200 years or 72 years. 18 years. So this is a better one, but really, it could get better. Okay? It could get better. This is 18 years. Why? Why by 4? What do you mean by 4? The interest. IU savings account gives you 4% interest. CD, Mia, what interest do you get on an IU savings account? Right? What interest do you get? It's quite a long time, but better than nothing. Right? What interest do you get from CD? What interest do you get from IU savings account? That's that 4% that you see. That 4 is what is here. Right? Remember Tolu's mom mentioned it earlier. So far it gives about 4%. Right? So take 72 divided by that 4. You're dividing by the interest. Thank you so much. Right? Bank gives you. Thank you so much. Joshua, 72 divided by 2.9. All right? Do the calculation and give us the answer. Struggling with bills. DM to get you. Michael, I think you need to. Do people still fall for those things? Okay? People no longer fall for those things, okay? Revival, latest millionaire. All right. So where you put your money can actually determine if you're successful or not. 100,000 to becoming 200,000. Remember, they all got their 100,000. Now, let's now go to Liz. Liz decides to put his money in an ETF because he doesn't want to put it in the stock market or puts it in an S&P 500. And remember, S&P 500 is just one type of ETF. But for this purpose, we're talking about investing. And we're going to be talking about this S&P 500 because in the past 30, 40, 50 years is return. And go on Google, you would see it. What has S&P 500 returned in the past 10 years averagely? What has it returned in the past 30 to 50 years averagely? You would see the numbers right there. All right. For the sake of time, you can also be Google. You go on Google and check it right now. For the sake of time, and please drop it in the comment just in case I lie. In the past 10 years, it has done between 13 to 15.5%. In the past, that's 10 years. In the past 30, 40, 50 years, averagely, it has done between 8 to 10% to 12%. All right. Anybody wants to quickly check Sunshine Star latest millionaire? And please take note. Remember, I said averagely. Okay, averagely. Always read between the line. Averagely. So it simply tells you something. There's a year when he's making less than that, and there's the year when he's doing more than that. Average. So when you take it, you put your money averagely from 2016 to 2016. Good morning. Averagely means from 2016 to 2026, in the past 10 years, it had averagely done between 13 to 15%. In the past 30, 40, 50 years, it has averagely done between 8 to 12%. So 13 to 15%. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for checking. In the past 10 years, 13, you would see. Which investment is, that's what we're talking about. ETF is what we're talking about. Wait, can you repeat the last part? Averagely. Leona, I think you are distracted, okay? Are you watching Love Island? If you're just joining us, click on that follow button. One of the things we don't do here, we're wrapping up with the live shortly. Click on the follow button. Join us tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time. Turn on notification bell, right? Click on that follow button. We're talking about the rule of 72. Tomorrow, we're going to continue, and then we're going to wrap up. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about real estate investing. So what is even better? You want to come and learn, talk about real estate. Oh, you don't have to be sorry. I just said, I'm going to repeat it. Cherries, latest millionaire in town. So you want another level, then we're talking about real estate. All right? Latest millionaire in town. Click on that follow button. And please drop the link for everyone that is just joining. Go and subscribe on the YouTube channel. right? That is you're going, so because it looks like people are just coming in, you would what you can see the replay of this live. You will find it in the live tab of the YouTube channel. Always Dawa, latest millionaire in town. Oh, that's okay, Monica. We are wrapping up. At least you get the drift, okay? So awesome. And for all those people that just are welcoming, they'll drop the link to the YouTube channel very soon. Make sure you go and subscribe. You'll find it. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. If you haven't gotten your daily at me, get your daily at me. If you are just joining, click on that follow button. That's the link to the YouTube. Thank you to Olu's mom. Tolu's mom just dropped it. All right. She just dropped it right there. That's it. Click on it. Go and subscribe. You would find the recording of this live tomorrow. It's going to be there, populated tomorrow. Then you'll be able to do the replay. You'll find it right there. Okay? You will be able to everything that you missed and so many other videos. You will see I released this week alone. We've released at least 3 videos this week. There was one that was just released about 9 p.m. Central Time. I'm in Texas, in the United States, so that's my time. So click on it, subscribe. Make sure you turn on notification bell as well. So let's say 13 to 15%. You can see that right there. You can see 8 to 10, 12%, right? Because we are moderate risk investor, a high risk investor will take 12%. A high risk investor will take 15%. But because we are moderate risk investor, we'll stay in between. So we stay in the lane of 14%, in the lane of 10%. So the rule of 72. Let's say is Mia asked the question earlier. Mia, Coach Mike, latest millionaire, welcome in. Right? Earlier, Mia asked the question. What I should repeat. S&P 500, when we say that it has returned this, thank you for getting your daily at me. When we say it has returned 8 to 12% in the past 40, 50, 60 years or 50 years, S&P 500, right? It simply means it's average, okay? It's average, okay? It means that there are times when there's a year when it's lower than 12%. There's a time when it's higher than 12%, right? So let's take the last 10 years right now. If you have average, right, your money would have averaged a return of at least about 15% about between 13 to 15% in the past, averagely in the past 10 years, averagely. You could have expected that year in, year out. Okay? Does that answer your question? It takes, yeah. Awesome. Does that answer your question, Leona? Thank you so much, Olismon. Awesome. So 72 divided by, let's do what it did in the past 10 years. In the past 30 years. We take in between, the in between 8 to 12%, we say 10%. So it simply means that your money is going to double in 7 years and 2 months if you are putting it in investment versus 7,200 years. Can you see how people's lives are different? They are invested the same way. They're doing everything together, right? The same way. They have the same money, but because somebody put it in the wrong place, you put it in a bank. This one is taking 7,200 years or 72 years to double his money. This person is taking 18 years. This person is on that 7 years, the money is doubling. 100,000 to become 200,000, which is much, Now let's take the other one. If you even did know what it did 10 years ago, S&P 500 10 years ago, averaging in the past 10 years, between 2016 and now, it has returned between 13 to 15%. As a moderate risk investor, I would take 14. So 72 divided by 14. 72 divided by 14, guys, give us the result. 72 divided by 14, and we'll wrap up with that. I'll tell you, tomorrow I'll be teaching you the accounts you need to open. And also, I will be teaching you the real estate. I will be teaching real estate, right? We'll be comparing real estate ETF. You said, Mia, now, wow, 5 years. 5 years. Guys, 5 years versus 7,200 or 72 years. Apple, GameBot, latest millionaire in town. 5 years versus 72 years, 7,200 years, 18 years. The same thing. Everybody, they make 72 divided by what ETF is S&P 500. Leona, we just talked about that, right? We talked about it. Remember S&P 500 where we said there's Amazon, there's Google, the top 500 companies in the United States is one type. It's just one type of many ETF. Remember the S&P 500, the illustration that we had earlier. I said Leona is distracted. Remember. So that's where, yes, I know which one. Yes, that's it. So that's it. That's the return. Remember I said it has return. You can go and Google what, and I asked the question, what has the return averagely in the past 10 years? What has the return average? Okay, Monday, welcome in. Right? JJ, latest millionaire in town. We're wrapping up with the live. You join us tomorrow, okay? And if you miss part of the live, the link, you go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, and go to the live tab. You would find the recording right there. But I'm saying about which one returns 14 to. So, okay, that's what I'm saying again. You're still not. Yeah. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. Is the same. Is one S&P 500. There's no two. One. What I'm saying is it has returned averagely in the past 10 years 13 to 15%. In the past 30, 40 years, 50 years, it has returned 8 to 10%. There are two different data. It's the same asset class, the same S&P 500. It is just the period that is different. 2016 to now, averagely, it has returned 13 to 15%. But from how many years ago? 1980 or 1970 something, averagely, till now. Remember, there's the dot-com bust, there's 2008, there's, with all of that, averagely, this is what has returned. The same thing. Okay, I get it. I was just clear that it returns 14%. Okay. All right, Leona. Good question, though. All right. Any other question? Any other question? We're wrapping up with the live right now. Any other question? If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you haven't, so click on the follow button. We're done with the live. We'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll show you the accounts that you need to have. And I'm teaching, and if you're just meeting me, today we taught the right order to build wealth. You're most welcome. That's because I'm a professor. I teach AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system in the college. I have a doctorate degree in strategic business and information management system. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm an economist and also a vice president of technology, and I've been investing for close to 2 decades. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolios. You're most welcome. Make sure you click on that follow button. And I am just teaching you exactly the strategy that I use. Oh, I'm teaching you. Thank you. Let me blow. Yeah, I'm teaching you the exact strategy that I use to achieve and attain that multi-million dollar status in my 30s. That's the exact strategy. My goal, what is my goal? My goal is to help as many people, right? Because we want to end this paycheck to paycheck cycle. The financial freedom is the goal. Media, social, latest millionaire in town. Financial freedom is the goal. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. So I'm just tired with hearing people working till 65. I saw one the other day. Worked in the USPS for 29 years, was in the military for 9 years, and he was in his 60s. He has not gotten his retirement since November. All he has gotten so far was $200 since November. They've processed his car. He doesn't. This is over 60. What do you want to say at that time? So my goal is to help as many people to reduce this paycheck, end this paycheck to paycheck cycle, live a fulfilled life. Life is not just about working. People are retiring in their 40s. I am retiring in my 40s, becoming work optional, doing what I love, which is to teach others, right? Now I lecture, right? Even though I'm still a vice president of tech, but I am going to be quitting that and I'm going to just do what I love, traveling the world. I've been to 22 countries and my goal is to travel the world. That's it. What's paying for it? Not an active income, but my investment, right? What investment? If you put it here, definitely you know that's not going to do nothing. You put it in the bank. It's things like this. in real estate. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. So the goal is one thing: end the paycheck to paycheck cycle, reduce poverty, and thereby reducing crime rate. Because where there's poverty, there's also crime. They are brothers and sisters, they are husband and wife. Crime and poverty, they are best of friends, right? So in my own little way, even if it's just one person, 20 people that get to that $1 million status, guess what? That is an entire generation, just like the Rockefeller family. One person was the person that said, you know what? Poverty ends with me. This paycheck to paycheck ends with me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. What he cannot do does not exist, right? What he cannot do does not exist, okay? All right. But then God has also given us the brain to use, okay? Because he says he will bless the works of our hands. If there's nothing in your hands, there's nothing to bless, okay? So that's the other part. So take the note, and that's what I tell people: take the note, all right? And of course, execute. You can stay here for hours and hours, take the notes, and not execute. As a matter of fact, we had a financial freedom drive in July. I was showing up twice a day, okay? Even though I was trained, showing up twice a day. And guess what? A ton of people, they opened their investment account. They started, a lot of people, I mean, if you are here, if you open your IU savings account, you open your first investment account or whatever you've just achieved, drop it in the comments. Is there a probability of money invested in real estate being lost? Absolutely. Trust me, if you buy the wrong property, you will so lose. I will tell you the truth. You would so lose, right? But then at the end of the whole thing, if you leave it for a longer time, yes, you might be in a good state. Right, Kevin, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. If you got results, guys, if you got results, maybe you opened your first investment account, or you got your IELTS savings account, drop it in the comment, right? On July Financial Freedom Drive, right? Through the Financial Freedom Drive in July, drop it in the comment. You've opened your and those on the YouTube, bye. Thank you so much. Right. Yes. So you need to get education when it comes to real estate. Real estate is not like